Pretty nice afternoon around town. 52 for the high under partly to mostly sunny skies. It's just about where we should be this time of year. Clear skies tonight. The evening's fine, though chilly. 36 for the overnight low. Friday, sunny skies. Chilly start early in the morning, but a fast warm-up late morning and through the afternoon. Delightful. 67 for the high. Friday night, clear skies and 43. Saturday, sunny and 65. Another beautiful day. Lots of clouds around on Sunday with a mix of mainly rain, but some sloppy, wet snow is also possible during the day on Sunday, 45. This unsettled pattern keeps going Sunday night, Monday, and probably into Tuesday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies. We've got sunshine and 56 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing your checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Thursday. Pretty day out there. Hold, please. Let me look at my phone. I think tomorrow's supposed to be pretty as well.
I think tomorrow's going to be really nice.
Yeah. Sunny and 69.
Well, keep in mind, we'll get the short-term forecast from Dave Murray as usual at 3:30 today. He's also giving his long-range forecast for spring 2026.
Nice.
Boy.
So make sure you're listening.
It's always fun.
And if you do miss it, you can always podcast the entire show on the Odyssey app or
Which
anywhere
everyone
else you
should.
get your podcast.
Even people who listen to the whole 4 hours live, you should podcast
you
it
should
at night.
listen and make sure you really absorbed everything.
You should end the show at 5, and then you should go run it back.
Re-listen to it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
There will be a quiz.
Shout out. I was a presenter today at Ladue High School for their career fair called Due North. And it was great. And I only, met a handful of students. I did 3 different breakout sessions with 3 different group of students who are interested in the creative arts. And if they have anything to do with our future, we're fine. I mean, I was so much more impressed with them than they were with me. 100%.
Yeah, that's pretty much. The second part is par for the course for teenagers.
Yeah.
They're not going to be impressed by anything.
In all 3 of my breakout sessions, the kids said, "Oh, now that I hear your voice, I know who you are. Like my mom listens to you." Like no one knew my name, which they're 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to. Like you'd be a pretty big dork if you knew my name. But they were so impressive. I mean, it's Ladue. Ladue's a great school system. You would expect that. But in one session, I just had one girl. And so we really talked. And I was just so impressed. And I told her, I said, I got to tell you something. I'm the wrong guy to compare to because I'm kind of a loser. But when I was your age, I didn't have any of these thoughts. Like she was just talking about, I think I want this for my future, but I'm talking to you because I'm also a dancer and I have a passion for it. And I'm just wondering, how difficult it is to, do 2 things for a living and XYZ. And I want to leave St. Louis for college, but I think I might want to come back. And I'm like, I was trying to find my ass with both hands when I was that age.
Yeah, you got to keep in mind, though, these kids have just grown up so connected with the rest of the world in a way that, my generation wasn't even close to as just aware of the things that are happening and the possibilities there are in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy for these generations that they have that. It obviously comes along with a ton of BS they have to sift through and a ton of hardships that I didn't have to deal with. But I do think it's cool that like they kind of have the resources to put things together for themselves if they want to, you know?
It certainly sounds like it. They're talking a good game.
I mean, think about it. In high school, you and I are in high school. What were your resources to find out about things? Like go to the library, where everything, where the information is not brand new. It's not the latest. It's not now. I mean,
it was, of course, my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad just knew that I would work at Shell or Olin. That's what I was going to do because that's what everyone did.
Yeah.
Everyone did that.
Yeah.
I surprised them. But I had that. Then I had the resource of the school counselor who tossed my file on a big pile and said the world needs ditch diggers too. So that wasn't exactly, I guess had I shown it's two-way street. I didn't show any interest. I never went to that person's office and said, hey, I'm curious about college. I want to become a doctor. I just.
All right. You were also a child. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a baby.
Yeah.
Just a baby.
I don't remember
16-year-old
very
baby.
often going to the guidance counselor. Like, I think we had like one mandatory college meeting. Like, what do you want to do? And then you did it, and it was over in a few minutes, maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. And that's it. And that was at a private high school where you got attention, but you got influence from teachers, parents, and we had some things, but we just didn't have the internet to flesh it all out, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have the ability to get really detailed and look into what careers are. I mean, you just mostly had to go to career days and things like that to hear about it.
Yeah, I don't think we had one. I didn't go. I think I probably would have just for the kind of fun of it. But it feels good being able to do this because I don't know if these kids need this. But I told all of them that, look, when I was your age, my mom and dad forcefully pushed against me doing anything creative. And I think part of it was their World War II generation.
Oh, my God, yeah.
My dad's whole mantra was keep your head low, don't volunteer for anything, because he had been in World War II when he was 17 years old. But I told him, I said, for me growing up, doing something creative for a career was bad.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. And it wasn't just that it's stupid, you're going to starve. It's a bad thing to do.
Oh.
Like
These are bad people.
You're full of yourself.
Yeah, my brother kind of ruined it for me because he was 11 years older than me. And, he would play in a rock band and smoke pot and stuff and rebelled against the man. And my dad was the man. And so when I came along and I started showing signs of, hey, I like playing drums and I like being funny and telling stories, they're just like, nope, not you. Not going to happen. So imagine when I went to WashU Law School and after 10 years of practicing law came back and said, I'm going to quit and go be a funny guy on the radio for no money at all.
That's never going to work out.
What are you doing, David?
So Wheels, want to tell everyone about your exciting weekend?
Oh, goody. Yeah, I feel like the last few days I've been at that meeting in Rivendell where they're all getting ready to go on a quest. I had like a 4-day quest ahead of me. I got to go over the Misty Mountains. I'm going to go through Mordor and hopefully end up back here in the Shire. I have to fly out tonight to North Carolina, get the rental truck tomorrow to move my kid, load the truck up. What do you mean?
The truck. What'd you go with?
12-footer.
Okay.
It's only a 1-bedroom apartment, so it should all fit in there.
Yeah.
Load the truck all day tomorrow. Saturday, drive all the way from there to Chicago where my kid's moving. Then Sunday, move all the stuff into the new apartment. And then Monday, get on the plane and come back here.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You know who I feel bad? I feel bad for you, Wheels. I also feel bad for the pets.
Yeah, they're the worst part for my daughter has a dog and a cat.
I just always feel bad when animals have to do a cross country thing. It's like they don't know what's going on.
You should make them drive that truck.
They don't hate they don't hate the car so much as it is the fact it's 13 hours.
Yeah.
And you can't take the cat out for a walk.
Any living being, a goldfish should be like, what the hell are we
doing? Right, exactly. Right. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we're gonna sit in this thing for 13 hours. This is great.
13 hours is the most I've ever driven.
Yeah. I did 22 or 3 straight when I was in college.
Oh, hell.
Straight from Miami to Detroit.
Yeah.
Did not stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a co-driver, like someone with me, but I think they drove maybe 4 hours because they were so tired.
Yeah, when we go to, it's about 13 hours to Keystone in Colorado. It's exactly 13 hours to Lake City, which is where we stop when Nick and I drive to Florida. So I know 13 hours really well. And for me, I hit 6 or 7 and I'm like, I am a driving machine.
Yeah.
I am a stud. And you hit about 8, like Atlanta on your way to Lake City. You're like, I want to cry.
8 or 9 is cake. It's not that bad. You leave at, let's say you leave. I like to leave later. Leave at 8, 10 in the morning, get there at 6 at night. That's fine.
Yeah.
That kind of thing's no big deal. Anything less than that's fine. When you're 10 or more, it's like,
oh, I have.
And you know what my real worry is?
What's that?
I don't think this truck's going to have any Bluetooth or anything
that's-
like that.
that's a good
So
worry.
You're gonna be bored.
I don't know, man.
worry.
I don't know. I'm just gonna be like listening to my phone on speakerphone.
Oh, for 13 hours.
You should get a Bluetooth radio. I have one of those in my old car because I didn't have any higher technology.
I have one of those. I just didn't bring it. I didn't think of it.
So the worst I had was the whole family went to Naples, and Nick and I decided to leave at 6 p.m. and drive all night and trade off and get home at whatever time that gets you. I think it's like 22 hours.
Yeah.
And so the plan was Nick would drive the first leg, and at like 1 a.m. I would take over because I would sleep. I didn't even close my eyes. And so I was wide awake until my shift, and then I had to drive overnight through the mountains. Oh, my God, it was terrible. Just awful.
Blech.
Blech.
I'm now Googling where is it illegal to wear headphones while you drive? I don't like doing it. I hate it because you can need to hear sirens and things like that.
Yeah,
but,
dude, especially in a big truck like that.
yeah, well, it's not that. I mean, it's not that big. It's
Still.
it's a manageable one. I did years ago. It was only a cross town move, but I had one of those 22 or 24 footers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I took out a few trees, like branches.
Yeah, my worst was Apache Village. Hey, guys, gave me a Bon Jovi tour bus, basically. And I also had to pull a big smoker, like a big, big one, like the kind that looked like the submarine that imploded.
Right.
And that was one of the worst experiences.
Yeah. So the company that I rented from sent me a text almost immediately like, hey, if you want, you can take this fully loaded trailer that we have that we need dropped off somewhere that's on your path, and we'll give you X amount of dollars. And I'm like, I don't want to be towing nothing.
Not someone else's stuff.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I don't really care about that.
Yeah, but if you get to their house and they're weirdos.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think you drop it at the business at the company's spot in that town. But I also don't want to have any extra time, whether if you have to go off course a little bit or anything like that. And I don't want to drag a trailer through the mountains of Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky. I mean, don't need any of that hassle.
No, you don't.
Now, if I get there and they're like, it's only an hour down the road, well, I don't do that.
What I'm bad about, and this will surprise absolutely no one, because I've talked about this, is we all have Siri now. And if I'm leaving Colorado, and I know it's 13 hours, and Siri says, you'll be home at 10:15 p.m. Damn it. If I'm home at 10:16 p.m., I am all sorts of pissed, which I'm not like that about other things. But it's just, and it's not even the personal, I don't know what it is. I'm just so OCD that if Nick needs to pee and get a coffee, I'm like, well, chop, let's.
I understand. I'm like that too sometimes. And I have to be like, it is actually okay. I just kind of talk to myself as if I was calming someone else down. I'm like, it's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. Anytime I go on like a 4 or 5 hour drive, I get there half an hour later than I think I will. Half an hour later than it's. I don't know where the time goes. I don't know how it happens.
Well, you drive slow.
I don't drive super fast, but I mean, you wouldn't think the map would take into account people speeding or whatever.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
Like, I'm not going under the speed
Does
limit.
anyone understand that? Does whoever it is, whoever you use, Google or Siri, whatever, like, is it just based on if you go 55 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Or is it based on what they see people driving?
Oh, no, I think it's the speed limit's posted.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Like if you drove the speed limit the entire way, this should be the time. That's my understanding.
Man, when you get stopped by like traffic and you just see your time clicking off.
Yes.
Oh, it's bad.
Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes for free in the app, because free shouldn't cost $15.99. Right? Free Tax USA? Or is it cost $15.99 Tax USA? Switch to TurboTax and file free. Free state, free federal, 100% free, 100% guaranteed. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Switch to TurboTax and file your own taxes in the app for free by 2/28. Excludes TurboTax expert products. $15.99 charge from Free Tax USA.
Major appliances. A new appliance now means an easier to-do list later. Our best lineup is at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowes.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health. That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Take control of your health with supplements you can trust. Look for Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, or online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, made for men who keep moving forward.
So, you guys, my buddy, Dr. Corey Solman, just had someone here at work, one of my coworkers, who was having a knee problem. And I told her, you got to go to Solman. He's the best. I called, greased the wheels, got her in. She's doing a, what's it called? Arthroscopic thing to check it all out and clean it all out and stuff. She just raved and raved about him, how nice he was. So I guess I'm just using that as an illustration to show that I'm not lying all the time when I talk about how great Corey is, his bedside manner, whether it's you, an adult, it's your kids who maybe tore something playing soccer or, kick the can or whatever, or an elderly loved one who may need a hip replacement or a knee replacement. No one's going to be better in the operating room, and no one's going to come close to him in the consultation room. He's going to make everyone feel comfortable with what's going on, and if he can avoid surgery, he will. He's out in Chesterfield now. You can call him at 636-231-5881 or SolmanOrthopedics.com.
At Graybar, we know your time is money. That's why our services go beyond parts and products. With kitting, pre-assembly, wire carts, and Graybar smart reels that keep you moving. We stage materials and manage logistics so you can spend less time sorting and more time installing. And with locations nationwide, we deliver when and where you need it, working to make your job easier every step of the way. Yep, Graybar does that.
For residential and commercial heating repair, service, maintenance, or installation, contact Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation. With over 50 years of HVAC service, get in your comfort zone this winter. Visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. As usual, our stream is acting up. We're sticking with it, but we're all moving in slow motion, and there's only one comment from Vic, and it's just kind of funky today. So if you're out there, let us know you're out there. Rach and I had opposite bathroom experiences today.
Oh?
Yeah. I had a good one. She had a bad one. And here's my good one. Remember a couple weeks ago when I was in the executive bathroom and I went number 2 and I walked out and one of my good friends from sales was walking in and I didn't have the
courage.
Yes.
Yeah,
I had time. I had the thought. I didn't have the courage to go, hey, you should go somewhere else.
You should probably give it about 10
So
minutes.
today, the same thing happened with a different coworker. She was literally 3 feet away from the bathroom door when I opened it, but I hadn't gone number 2.
Okay.
So I was like, Katie, please come in.
Yeah.
Enjoy
this.
It's wonderful in
This
here.
is a fresh smelling experience.
And Rach, your experience?
I went to the girls' bathroom and it smelled like a butt. From the second I opened the door, I was like, what's going on in here?
So it just smelled like the men's room.
Yeah. Well, I texted Andrew. I'm like, dude, I'm
'Cause
assuming
it's
the
pretty
men's
much
room is
every day.
absolutely awful because, I mean, the girls' bathroom is usually fine. But once in a while, there's a smell issue. And today was definitely one of those days.
Yeah.
The boys' bathroom is never fun.
No.
No, it's never. But
It's
because I think
horrible.
that drainage thing is kind of funky.
Yeah.
And then if someone else has done some duty, then it's
Yeah.
doubled up.
It's unfortunate because it's like the bathroom is like the place for that. Like if anywhere should smell like that,
you can't be offended if it
it's
smells
the
in
bathroom, but it
you know?
also it's so terrible to walk in there and have that smell.
Yeah.
Part of it's because it's like, it's one of your coworkers stinking
Well,
up
I
the
mean,
joint.
come on,
Someone
we're
you know.
one of us is. It's been each of us at some point.
It's not been me.
Not me.
What?
I don't go at work. I can't. I
What?
can't do that at work.
You can't?
I can't.
So
All right.
you're saying you've never?
Never have.
I
Never.
assume.
I have
Get
I
outta
have traveled to the upstairs one on one or two occasions in the
Right.
last 8 years.
That's not a bad secondary plan. I've done that.
But I've never gone in like either of the bathrooms that we can get to down here.
So a hammock sleeping, mouse throwing mofo like you can't go number 2 at work.
I can't be responsible for the smell. I can't be.
He doesn't want to do it to everybody else?
Yes, I have
That's
to
kind.
keep. I have to keep the moral high ground, right? So when I go in and I go, "Someone's stinking up this joint,"
So you can't
I
be a
can't
part of
then
the
be.
problem?
I can't then be like, my turn to stink it up. You know what I mean? Like I can't. And also, I just don't want to because I think it's gross and dirty.
I mean, I'm not casting stones because I'm very weird about it too. I just
Feel free to cast stones. I don't mind.
No. Whenever I see you going in the executive bathroom, I'm like, he pooping.
No,
I have
absolutely
never
once.
seen Andrew go in there.
I have gone in. I've only gone in there a couple times because I know deep down you guys would prefer it's stay as private as possible.
No, that's
which I
not
don't.
true.
Which I don't blame you. I would
Especially
too.
now that I know you're a number 1 man.
If I had that joint like right outside my office door like you guys do,
That's
I wouldn't
basically
tell.
my bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Like
know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean?
tell anybody about it.
Rachel's gonna put some shampoo in there, and I'm putting my toothbrush in. So
I would put like an out of order sign on the door and then be like, "Yeah, I don't know. I guess nobody can use it. I don't know."
Bobby says he or she, not sure if Bobby's a he or she, wrote down the choices from the last Sweet 16 on Monday and used it for our icebreaker at our morning meeting. Our number 1 was calf cramp.
Yeah.
It was a hit. Thanks.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a fun idea. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I love when people take our
Yeah.
stuff, use it for something.
Yeah.
Something-
Now
use
the
it for greater good.
Use it for good.
the lawsuit is incoming, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
There's a
But-
fee for that.
Yeah, we will eventually know if Bobby is a boy or a girl.
but we do think it's cute.
I think it's very cute. I love that.
Can I tell you another way that I was the problem today that I was thinking about?
Yeah, of course.
I probably ran no less than 7 red lights downtown today. And I didn't even notice that it was one of the things where they had like not been red for very long and there was like nobody on either side. And I'm just zooming through those things. And by the time I got to about the 5th one on Tucker, I was like, all right, I think I might be one of these people that we see and complain about downtown.
You think?
Zipping through all these red lights.
So what was the big hurry?
There was no hurry. Well, I was running a little late today, but then I was also just like, I'm not stopping. Get out of here. Get out of town.
Man, I thought I said things on the air I shouldn't say.
I mean, he has previously admitted to driving in the left lane super slow on purpose.
reading a book.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. You guys aren't stopping either.
Yeah, I do.
No one's
I
stopping.
am 100%.
That's why we have these problems
I got a
downtown.
couple hacks, though, at a couple of those intersections.
Yeah, no.
Couple hacks.
I will own that during the heart of COVID, I would use the stop lights as a stop sign, but now I always stop. But I feel like a dork. Because
I feel like a chump. for
there's a
stopping
light
at the
every
red
night.
light.
I'm the only one that stops.
It's a great time, if there's ever a great time, to purchase a furnace or an air conditioner. I know it's winter. We got some great pricing. You can get 0% financing. So if you have been told that you need a new furnace, definitely give me a call. I could probably save you lots of money. Get a second opinion. Call me, next day installs for your furnace so you won't be without heat very long. A furnace average install about 2-3 hours for a furnace. So not a big issue to do it now. And like I said, great pricing. So if that's you, call me. It's Bart Inman. One easy number, Missouri and Illinois. Just the easiest number. And there's one. 314-293-2600. Again, 314-293-2600. Or on the internet, it is Bart with a B, Inman with an I.com. God bless.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America Free Concerts.
A couple of quiet days with a big-time warm-up for Friday and Saturday. Partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. About 52, 53 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. We'll drop it back to 36. We can handle that. Friday, sunny skies. A fast warm-up, especially late morning and through the afternoon. 67 for the high temperature. Saturday, sunny and 65. A fast-moving, unsettled weather pattern takes over starting on Sunday. Cloudy skies with rain, maybe a little wet snow mixed in. The high temperature Sunday, it's colder, 45 degrees. Let's keep the pattern active Sunday night, Monday night, and into Tuesday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Don't miss the U.S. Air Force's Shades of Blue Jazz Ensemble, February 25th through March 4th. Enjoy big band swing, patriotic favorites, and more. Get free tickets and locations at afbandtix.org. That's afbandtix.org.
For your best vision, visit the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates. They're the doctors' doctors. And what that means is more than 250 doctors trust their eyes to the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates. Doctors Greg Birdie, Ranja Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. So you should trust your eyes to them as well. Doctors Birdie and Malhotra are also cornea surgeons. They're experts in diagnosis and treatment of diseases of the eye, dry eye, allergy eyes, cataracts, macular degeneration, glaucoma, and yes, they do LASIK surgery as well. So do it today. Make an appointment with the doctors' doctors, the Doctors of Ophthalmology Associates, and protect your sight. Call them at 314-966-5000. That's 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com. You can find Ophthalmology Associates at 12990 Manchester Road, just a half mile west of 270 on eastbound Manchester. Youridoc.com.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 133. So Hillary gave a deposition today in Congress behind closed doors. They say that they will release the video, which I think she wanted to be done, but she ended it abruptly because the rules of the subcommittee which were evidently read before they started, was that no one was allowed to take any pictures. You can't do it. And at some point, Lauren Boebert starts taking pictures. And she leaked it to some MAGA influencer who I don't know.
I think it was Benny Johnson.
Sounds right. And he posted them. And when they saw that, they said, we're out of here. God.
Is that if you're in a closed door deposition in Congress, is there a punishment for taking photos when you're not allowed to take photos?
You would think so. You would think there should be.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if it's a law or just a rule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you are a congressperson, what are you doing?
I'm trying to find the photo.
And what's the purpose of that?
If you're going to release a video.
What gain is there?
Yeah. I guess
just sending a photo of Hillary sitting behind a microphone.
I guess just being the first.
Yeah.
Hey, here's what it looked like when Hillary was testifying.
Yeah.
The only highlights I know of what she testified to was that, hey, you need to question Donald Trump under oath. You also need to question Elon Musk. And I guess she gave some particulars, which we don't know yet, about both of them. And here's what you need to really run down. So take that for what it's worth.
I do have a little confused. Like, why would they just immediately cut it short just because a picture got out?
I guess they just got their feathers ruffled. I think Hillary's the one who stood up and said, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
again, you're kind of playing into what they want you to do, don't you?
Sure, but I mean, if you're having a bad time, if there's any reason to get out of it, I think most people are going to take it. So Lauren Boebert shared this photo with Benny Johnson. I'm sure you've seen him on Twitter, Wheels.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's big on Twitter. He's a podcaster.
Yeah. So
big time right-wing podcaster.
I guess it was just she was helping him out and wanted to give him the first scoop.
For money? For buddy, just because they're buddies.
I'm sure they're just good, you know.
It's just a weird thing to me. Like, if you were to, first of all, he credited her on it, right?
Yeah, he did.
I think he's the one that said courtesy of Lauren Boebert. So why would you? What's the upside? I just don't. It's not that big. I don't think this is like a crisis or anything like that. It's not that big a deal. But like, what's the upside? All you did was give them an excuse to walk out. Of course, again, maybe that was the point. Make it look like they're hiding something. Give them, piss them off and see what they'll do.
Man, maybe.
Although that's probably a little deep.
Maybe they're all just playing games we don't understand. Also, you guys are familiar with Bohemian Grove?
Yes. The legend of Bohemian Grove?
Yes. Rach, you know
that's what
this?
made Alex Jones famous, by the way.
Yes.
What made him famous is he how would you call it? He trespassed onto the island unknown? Like he snuck on there?
And I interviewed him like the day after.
Back then, yeah. Because he was young then.
I do not know what it is.
It is this legendary place of myth where rich people go and they worship Baal, the god, and they bow to a giant golden owl, and they plan the world's wars and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So it exists.
It exists.
It's in California. And they do have evidence of like political elites, businessmen and things gathering there. It's a 2-week thing. I think it's dudes only, although maybe they've changed that in more modern times. But I think it's relatively confirmed that people do go there. But the conspiracy stuff is they have all these rituals.
Well, someone leaked a list of members.
Right.
And it's out there now.
Oh, okay.
And it's, I guess, been confirmed.
Yeah.
And just some of the names, Nancy Pelosi's husband, Jimmy Buffett, Clint Eastwood, Supreme Court Justice Thomas, and the one that hurt me the most was Conan O'Brien.
Because that's a good point. It's not it's also journalists, entertainers, obviously business people, politicians, and I don't know what to compare it to. And again, but the problem is who knows what exactly the reality is, right? Because this myth has been blown up for how many years, Dave? 30 or 40 years?
Oh, no.
Because Alex Jones went in
the late 1800s.
Yeah, but I mean, like from people talking about it in conspiracy circles. I think Alex Jones pulled his stunt where he went in there in the 90s, if I remember correctly. Maybe early 2000s, but it was a long time ago. And he actually, I think he's put out video of various things.
Yeah.
But from a distance, obviously couldn't get too close.
Yeah.
It's one of those bizarre things, though. And it's not, I think it's hard for people, regular people, to not be suspicious when you know all kinds of influential, powerful people are going to try to get together in secret.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. On another front, I was just laughing last night about the Kash Patel thing, trying to picture James Comey or Christopher Wray tipping the beer and guzzling and spraying. And is the fact that I can't, is that meaningful at all? No, who cares, Dave? You can't picture James Comey drinking a beer with the hockey team. Who cares? Or is it some sort of sign that, yeah, this is outside the norm?
I think the last 10 years have crapped on most norms. How people speak to each other when they're elected officials, how they speak to constituents, the language that they use. And I'm not necessarily saying all of that is bad. I don't mind people being real people. But like we were talking yesterday when we discussed all of this stuff, sometimes it's okay to act like a grown-up. And, you know, if like, for example, if Kash Patel was in there and he had a son that was on the team, I wouldn't care. It'd be fine. If he was in there and he was just along the side and kind of like clapping and cheering, nobody says anything. I think the reason it became a thing is because he's in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like he did something.
He became the focus.
And it doesn't help that he's kind of a goober.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that Dick Durbin is claiming that Kash Patel was using one of the 2 FBI jets that would have been used when Charlie Kirk was assassinated? And since he was using that jet, I guess for personal use, they were unable to get out there and start their investigation in a timely fashion.
I heard that.
Oh, back at that time?
Yes,
I did hear that.
Back in September.
You do love the private jet.
I mean, doesn't matter to me who it is, right? But any of these people that are using public resources for their entertainment can go jump off a cliff. Like, pay for your own way. You know, if you want to go there, again, if you actually have real official business, okay. But you described yesterday what that business was for Kash. And again, I don't care who it is.
Meeting.
I've had similar beefs. I mean, to me, it's kind of like the Nancy Pelosi thing, right? Nobody should go out, but I'm going to go get my hair done.
Yeah.
Like that. Don't do that stuff. Don't separate yourself from the rest of us and take advantage of your position.
Yeah. And they all do. Like Christy Nome, you know, with her private jet with a double bed in it and all that kind of stuff. I think that there just must be some magic voodoo that when you get to that level, and these are the only people you're hanging out with now, or people at your level or above, necessarily they must just go, oh, I'm special. I'm special.
I don't know.
Because they all do it.
Seems like a lot do.
And they forget that we're watching them and that we're not special.
But we don't do anything.
Yeah, we
just keep allowing it. We bitch, but we don't do anything about it. We don't vote people out. We don't hold our own candidates, our own party accountable.
Yeah.
We only want to yell at the other party.
Yeah.
So when our people do something, we just stay quiet or defend it. And when the other people do it, it's a crime.
I have another quick little topic.
What's up?
So I'm going to Jupiter in a week with Michael Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, what if I had a massive stroke? Because I don't know how you get someone who's incapacitated home from Florida to St. Louis. Do you guys? I mean, like, I know you can take a private med jet, but that costs $100,000. I doubt they're going to bring you back in an ambulance.
You would probably just stay down there until you were
capable to travel.
Yeah, well enough to travel.
I don't look forward to that.
It probably won't. It probably won't happen.
You're talking about it like it's gonna happen.
He was like, I guess I can't go. I can't reschedule this stroke.
Yeah, I think the fairest bet is you just got to stay where you are until you can move.
Because the hospital, from experience, the hospital's not going to let you get up and move around unless you are fully capable of doing that without risk of harming yourself any further. So you'd basically just be stuck in whatever hospital they end up.
Don't you guys
first taking
feel
you to.
like, and I'm not trying to get on a soapbox or anything here, because I haven't had any major health problems. I've never had to pay out of pocket a whole bunch of money for anything, but I'm just one of those away from having no money.
Everybody is,
right?
For the most part, which is
Right?
one of the big, to me, one of the crimes of being in a country this wealthy. That what would you say, guys? 98% of people who live in the U.S. are one major medical crisis away from having no money.
In 2018, I was sued for $10,000 for a medical bill. We ended up working it out in court, but that was terrifying because I don't have $10,000. I've never had $10,000 or anything remotely close to it. So it was quite terrifying to get that letter and that summons in the mail.
I didn't know how often they actually sued people. I
All the
know
time.
from someone who I won't name, but someone close to me who was an OB nurse at a local hospital. And they just knew that if a woman came in to have a baby and they go through the whole financial thing, that if they had no money, they just delivered the baby, took care of them, and never thought of them again. They didn't try to recoup any money. But if you had a little bit of money, like if you are absolutely working poor, the rule was they go after you for every cent, no matter how long it takes. Which sometimes just doesn't seem fair.
Nope.
Like you're better off walking in with nothing.
Well, and what we all miss in the discussion, and again, this is not my information, I just listen to people who study these things, that we end up paying more as a society than we would otherwise. Like the way it is now costs us all more than it would if it was just all single payer.
I can believe that.
Because the people that you're talking about that don't have money or don't have insurance, they're going to get taken care of.
Either way.
And the hospital will eat the cost on that. But what are they going to do? They're going to raise that. Why do you think everything at hospitals is so expensive?
Yeah.
Why do you think a pill is $25? Why do you think an MRI? Because the cost of treating people who can't pay is baked into the whole formula. So in the end, we all end up paying for it anyway. We just pay for it in a less efficient, more difficult way. And we just don't see it. So we don't really have the visceral reaction to like, that's our money. But it is.
Yeah.
And when you're paying extra more than you should, that's why you're paying more than you should.
Yeah. Let me encourage you to get a blood test for Dr. Maupin. I don't like blood tests. I have to get one coming up, and I'm going to dread it, and I'm going to use tattoo numbing cream. By the way, that stuff really works. Anyone who hates getting their blood taken, go to Amazon, eBay, get some tattoo numbing cream, put it on both of your elbows. You don't know where they're going to go. That's all you have to do is get a blood test, which they will set up and do for you. So 30 seconds of a little bit of pain, and you will know whether you need testosterone replacement or not. Many times you don't. Sometimes it's your thyroid. Sometimes it's prediabetes. Sometimes it's you don't exercise enough and eat well enough. But if you are feeling chronically bad, and it doesn't have to be chronically ill, I just don't feel like I used to, you absolutely can feel that way again. It's happened for me, and I'm bad at this. I'm 61. What do I feel at my best? Maybe late 40s. But I don't feel 61. It's weird to me that I'm 61, and that's mostly because of the testosterone replacement therapy that I get from Dr. Maupin. If you're willing to take that blood test, just reach out to them at biobalancehealth.com.
Is your furnace on its last legs? Don't wait for a cold night to find out. Jerry Kelly and KMOX are giving you the chance to win a brand new furnace this winter season. Just go online to KMOX.com/contest through March 1st and nominate someone who you think deserves a brand new furnace. Sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. Win a brand new furnace. For more information and contest rules, just head to KMOX.com. gelman.com/contests.
Considering buying or selling a home? When it comes to the Gelman team with eXp Realty, numbers don't lie. Over 1,500 Google and Zillow 5-star reviews, nearly 6,000 homes, and $2.5 billion in real estate sold. Call 314-336-1991, thegelmanteam.com.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
To have a roof over your head, a nice roof over your head, is very important.
That's Rick talking about his experience with Rhino Shield ceramic coating.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago, and they're very cooperative on getting us the right paint. They're in and out and done in no time. Once it was finished, looked great. We were very happy with it.
The main reason Rick called Rhino Shield is because it's backed by a 25-year transferable warranty.
We've watched a lot of people get their house painted 3 or 4 times, and we haven't had to do any of it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to have to paint it every 5-7 years.
Take a tip from Rick and put down the paintbrush and call Rhino Shield for your free evaluation. 877-25-RHINO. 877-25-RHINO. Or visit 877-25rhino.com.
We got Rhino Shield 18 years ago. Financially makes sense, especially if it's going to last like this did. Still looks great.
Call now. 877-25-RHINO or 877-25rhino.com.
No pain, don't Rhino. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Attention business owners with a net income over $500,000. You need to work with a tax strategist that understands your entrepreneurial mindset. Download the most recent white paper written by E3 Consultants Group titled The Power of a Professional Tax Strategy Team. Go to e3wealth.com/radio to obtain a copy. It's time to learn about wealth and tax strategies that protect your personal and business economy. E3 is ready to help you think differently about your finances. Educate, empower, enlighten. That's the E3 difference.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX 150. Happy sunny Thursday. So, Rach, tell everyone about the Cutwater Burrito Challenge.
Yeah, I keep seeing this on social media, and it is so funny. People try to drink 4 Cutwaters, which are an alcoholic beverage, and eat 4 Taco Bell burritos in the span of 30 minutes. And they're always pretty long videos. I usually just skip towards the end and see how they're doing around Cutwater number 3. And it is just funny to see someone perfectly sober at the beginning and then in a completely altered state down the line.
I have to say, this is
3 burritos in.
This is one of those times when I can't help but picture Christ on the cross, and he's God, so he knows what's going to happen in the future. And he looks a couple thousand years into the future and sees us slamming alcohol and burritos. And he's like, just get me down. Just get me down. I changed my mind.
This is what they're going to do.
This is what they're going to do with my salvation.
I would like to do the challenge.
Me too. I was saying,
I would like you to do that challenge.
It would be fun.
Man.
Like maybe if like me and you did that.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know, maybe we got the next day off of work or something. I don't know how it
I don't
would go
know
down.
because I would.
What if you took a week off after
Maybe
that?
if I had like 3 weeks off of work.
If you guys
do
did that
several
one,
of these challenges.
If you guys did that one before a work day, there's no way Andrew could break his number. He would have to break his number 2 rule at work.
Yeah, no one's eating 4 burritos.
No. Not without consequence.
I'm not trying to be whatever. I don't know that I could eat 2 burritos.
Do they have like smaller
They're
burritos? Do they have like ones that are like?
Yeah.
They're not as big as you're thinking.
The ones I always see are the ones like, here's the half-pound burrito.
Well,
See, I don't get burritos from Taco Bell. I'm thinking of like a Chipotle.
I was gonna say you're thinking of a Chipotle
Yeah.
or
It's
like
not
a
like
Qdoba
that. No,
burrito
no,
where
no.
they're
Okay.
like this big and chocked full of
Now,
stuff.
I did see one guy do the quesarito, and those are pretty hefty
Yeah.
from the Taco Bell. But if you did like one of their value menu burritos or something, that I could do that in a snap. I could eat 5 of those in a half.
Or
hour.
even like
here
a
we
beefy,
go.
even like a beefy 5-layer. Like I think I can handle.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'll do it.
Hey, that's a thing we could actually pull off.
Cutwaters
We'd
are
have to
great.
do it after work, though.
No,
I
you
drink-
can do it at work.
I drink
The
Cutwaters
booze?
from time
Yeah.
to time.
It's legal.
I don't think it's legal for me running the board.
No.
I'm only 19.
Just a baby.
Andrew's
It's
been
just-
working on the show since he was
No,
4.
we've drank on the show before. There
Oh.
are certain rules. It has to be for some sort of like edification, which yanks.
It's got to be entertainment.
But-
yeah.
Remember Beer Fridays at Emmis?
Oh, yeah, man.
I'd kind of forgotten about that.
Those
Those
got
were
out
the
of
day.
hand a couple of times.
Very, very much. I remember one time the cooler got tipped over and all the beers spilled on the ground, and there was like broken glass and spilled beer everywhere. And we were all like, "This is a low point. We might be done with Beer Friday now."
I've always thought those things, like those bits on the radio where they're drinking, I always thought they faked it.
No, not always.
Because there
We
was a show when
we
I
weren't
lived.
smart enough.
I know. I was like, "Oh, faked it, of
Because
course."
when I lived in Chicago, there was an afternoon show on one of the news stations there on WBBM. It was Rokon, and they did a thing where like every Friday they had like, I don't know, they called it a wagon, and it was supposedly loaded with booze, and they would act like they were drinking, and I thought they were just faking it.
Yeah,
I
they
think they
could
were
have
really
been.
doing it.
Well, they're smarter than us if they were, because we were actually drinking.
Yeah.
Well, MS Beer Fridays was great too, because they like management would be walking around like, "Hey, where's your beer? It's
Yeah.
Beer Friday. What are you doing?"
Yeah, we're liable if you're not also drinking.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It was fun. It was a good time.
I don't feel bad saying stuff about them because they're like not a company anymore.
And it would be more fun to do 4 Cutwaters, but we could also just do 4 Cokes.
We could, but
Yeah.
I would like a hurricane.
All right. Oh man, I've seen you with a hurricane.
Yeah. Cutwaters are good. They're not bad.
I've not had
They've gotten a reputation because I don't know if they're new, but they're definitely like
I thought that was your
recently in
drink.
vogue.
No, I mean I like a seltzer.
What is it you ordered when the company took us out for our 25th? When we went to Gerard's place.
Oh, ranch water.
There you
That's
go.
a cocktail though. You could get that at any bar.
And Cutwater is not water. It is not like a seltzer.
It's a canned cocktail.
It is a
yeah.
mixed cocktail that is placed into a can. So
yeah, I'm
like
looking at their
it's-
website now. You could literally get a peppermint white Russian. You could get a Long Island iced tea, espresso martini, lemon drop martini, margaritas. They have a ton of different cocktails in a can. I'm doing a live for Cutwater.
Yeah.
Right now.
Remember when Long Island iced tea was like the big thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Like everybody was like, "You gotta have Long Island iced tea." That's like everything. It's all the alcohols. Is it? I don't even know what it is.
It is.
It is.
It's
There's a lot
it's
of
like
them.
8 different kinds
Yeah.
of alcohol.
They taste pretty good though.
No,
Yeah.
the one I had way back was not bad.
Yeah.
It did taste a little bit like iced tea.
Tell you guys about my friend Mike at Michael's Baths. This is the easiest live I do all day. I usually tell you guys that because it is a known business. You know, there are a lot of people out there looking to remodel a bathroom. Sometimes it's to update. Sometimes it's just for beauty. Sometimes it's for usability. Many times it is for safety. You know, someone who's a little bit older, someone takes a little spill in the shower, getting out of a tub. Maybe you want to remove your tub altogether. Maybe you want one of those showers with no like doors and stuff. He does great work. He competes with Bath Fitter and 3 Day Kitchen and Bath every day. What he has on them is, first of all, he's local. I like that. He has 30 years experience doing nothing but bathrooms. He has about 8 crews out there who he personally trained. He gives you his cell phone number. He's very reliable, and he's about 50% less than the aforementioned competition. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. It's a great time to buy a brand new home, and the Reserve at Wildwood is where you want to be. Park-like setting with front porches on every home, connected trails for exploring, walk to Main Street and Wildwood Town Center, top-rated Rockwood schools, and legendary McKelvey quality you can count on, featuring James Hardy siding. Visit McKelveyHomes.com and learn what makes the Reserve so special. It's time to move up to McKelvey.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, it is sunny and 57 degrees downtown at the Arch. 2 days of depositions from Bill and Hillary Clinton on what they know about the late Jeffrey Epstein.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has told the House Oversight Committee she had no knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell's crimes. Clinton and former President Bill Clinton are sitting down for 2 days of depositions in their hometown of Chappaqua, New York. Republican Committee Chairman James Comer says the committee is not singling out the Clintons.
The Democrats voted to subpoena the Clintons. The Democrats voted with the Republicans to hold the Clintons in contempt. So the Democrats have just as many questions for the Clintons.
Several photos of the former president were included in the first batch of released Epstein files, and Maxwell attended Chelsea Clinton's 2010 wedding. I'm Donna Warder.
The U.S. and Iran are holding a third round of nuclear talks as more American forces deploy to the Mideast.
Omani Foreign Minister Badr al-Busaidi leaves a hotel with his delegation en route to Iran-US negotiations. The state-run Oman news agency says al-Busaidi is expected to meet with the American negotiating team this morning to convey the Iranian perspective and in turn listen to the ideas and proposals put forward by the American side. The talks are viewed as a last chance for diplomacy as America's gathered a fleet of aircraft and warships to the Middle East to pressure Tehran into a deal. President Donald Trump wants the deal to constrain Iran's nuclear program, and he sees an opportunity while the country is struggling at home with growing dissent following nationwide protests last month. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
A coalition of more than 100 organizations and leaders wants voters to approve a new sales tax to subsidize childcare in the city of St. Louis. KMOX asked Mackenzie Grayson, campaign manager of Best Start for Kids STL, why everyone should foot the bill to help families with childcare.
We want families to be able to go to work. Families aren't able to secure jobs because childcare is not affordable or they live in a childcare desert.
If the group gathers enough signatures to place the issue on the November ballot, voters would be asked to approve an additional 1/2 cent sales tax. Grayson says the funds would help families with child care costs and provide grants to help improve child care options in the city. A new state law went into effect in Kansas today, impacting transgender residents. Stacey Lynn reports.
The measure requires state IDs to reflect the sex assigned at birth and forces affected residents to pay for their replacements. The new law affects more than 1,000 residents in the state. Civil rights groups say legal challenges are likely.
From the business desk, unemployment claims remain in a tight-bound range, skewing toward the low side. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
The Labor Department reported that initial jobless claims rose by 4,000 to 212,000, below market estimates, while long-term claims declined from the previous week. Corporate layoffs have been steadily rising over the past year, and job growth has been tepid, but unemployment claims have remained relatively low. The Fed cut rates 3 times in 2025, primarily on concerns over the labor market. But recent inflation signals have warmed up, and Wall Street odds are now pushing back the next Fed rate cut to June, indicating a hold on rates at the next two meetings.
eBay disclosed in a regulatory filing that it's cutting 800 jobs, 6% of its workforce. The Dow from Stifel's up 35 points to 49,517.
A couple of quiet days with a big-time warm-up for Friday and Saturday. Partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. About 52, 53 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. We'll drop it back to 36. We can handle that. Friday, sunny skies. A fast warm-up, especially late morning and through the afternoon. 67 for the high temperature. Saturday, sunny and 65. A fast-moving, unsettled weather pattern takes over starting on Sunday. Cloudy skies with rain, maybe a little wet snow mixed in. The high temperature Sunday, it's colder, 45 degrees. Let's keep the pattern active Sunday night, Monday night, and into Tuesday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
We've got sunshine right now, 57 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
My best friend Jenny came over for coffee, said it's cold enough in here to play hockey. Oh, my furnace broken, it's already late. Call Jerry Kelly because they're open till 8. JerryKelly.com. They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. Jerry Kelly.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. A few minutes past 2 p.m. The stream's really weird today, and the cameras are really slow. And when we came back from break, I was sitting here, but I was invisible. You couldn't see me. And then I just appeared. There I was.
There you go. That's how magic is done.
Yeah. So one thing that always kind of hurt my feelings in my family was that my brother and sister are 14 and 11 years older than me. And they had their own family. Jack and Francis, Debbie and Keith, they were going to Florida and they were taking Super 8 movies and they're the dinosaurs in Arizona and all this stuff. And in what had to be dozens of hours of film, there was 3 seconds of me. And I was a baby, but old enough to stand up, but that's about it. And there was like a toy Zeppelin. I'm standing there. Then a toy Zeppelin appears in front of me. I look up surprised, and then it disappears. And that's the extent of me in the Glover family films.
Your parents just stopped doing videos?
Yeah. They just lost interest. They're like, yeah, whatever. We got what we need.
How old were they when they had you?
You're B-roll. Like 37 and 38.
Okay, so almost 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You're definitely a different parent when you have your kid at 40 than when you have them at 25.
For sure. For sure. Andrew, did you see the latest update on your friend Punch?
No.
They tried to give him a new plushie because old plushie was pretty nasty being drug around in monkey poop.
Sure.
And he's rejecting it.
Yeah, he doesn't want that's his mom. He doesn't want the new plushie.
He knows the difference.
Yeah. Or she. Whichever.
That is such a, I mean, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if it's the same with cats, but it's just dogs are like that. Like you get them a new toy and they'll play with it for a minute and then they go right back to the old one that's nasty and dirty.
Yeah.
Because it's got all the smells and everything that they like.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah. You know, not fair. That's actually a fair point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys have any blankets or anything when you were kids that like eventually just fell apart?
I mean, like a whoopee?
Yeah.
I had my teddy bear, which I still have, and he's really the worst for wear. Man, he looks bad. But I don't remember ever having a whoopee. Nick definitely had one.
Yeah.
Phoebe, I think, still has hers.
Yeah, I don't think I did.
Rach, whoopee?
No, I'm
No
positive I
whoopee.
didn't. Yeah. I had a blue dog for a while, but I don't really remember why. I mean, I probably had it when I was like 5.
Yeah, and then I realized it wasn't a real dog.
I
and I
realized how
was over
stupid it was.
And then I started asking my parents, "Can we get a real dog?" And they were like, "Not yet."
I had a thought last night. I'm going to run this by you guys. Not only do I know that death is the ultimate end of everyone's life, but I, a few times a month, sit with people who are actively dying. I've seen the process. Lost my mom, lost my dad, lost my brother, lost some friends. However, I still low-key think I'm not going to die. Do you guys have that? I don't like sit and actually think like I'm cheating this thing, but I just, when I try to imagine it, I'm like, it's not going to happen. You're going to be fine. You're going to figure something out.
I think that's probably pretty common if I had to guess.
I hope it's not the sign of a darker mental illness.
Well, I think if everyone sat around thinking about their impending death, that wouldn't be great either.
Paul has that. Paul gets it.
Here we go.
Also, Jacob says, hey, if I can get a sponsor for you guys on High Noon or Jack and Coke RTDs, you can get paid. Yes.
I love High Noon.
Let's
so
do that.
I'm open.
Hey, quit trying to, block me here.
Dude, it was I was
Booze
the one
block.
who told you guys about the trend.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah,
your
are you
job.
doing the challenge?
That's your job. You tell me things and I make money from it.
Are you doing the High Noon Burrito Challenge?
Hell no. Hell no. I would do some kind of a challenge. Like, I'm not a complete puss, but I'm a pretty big one when it comes to stuff like that. I know my limitations. I'm a man who understands his parameters.
Yeah. I think there's an age thing to it. When I was 25 or 30, I would have done that. I'd done it
In a heartbeat.
I wouldn't even have thought about it.
You know what,
I'd be
though?
like, yep, I'll knock that out.
When I was like 21, I was playing in a band and we would like tour around, regionally. And we would stop at White Castles and have White Castle eating contests. And my one friend would eat 18.
Woo!
And another friend would eat 12. And I've never broken 8. And I always felt bad about that somehow. Like watching someone put down 18 of them and you only put down 8. But I don't know.
We used to kill the buffets in college.
Yeah, big time.
There was a pizza place near campus called Miami's Best Pizza.
Was it?
It was awful. It was like, it was really thin, greasy. You had to sop up the grease with paper towels before you could eat it. But it tasted good, but you could get a large pizza for $4.
Wow.
And you would eat the whole large pizza. Well, I shouldn't say you. I would eat the whole large pizza. We would each get our own large pizza and eat it all.
Yeah, when I was a younger man living on my own in the West End in my mid-20s, I had Emo's boxes stacked up, literally, because I'm dirty, and I would order a large pizza and a large Diet Coke just for me, and it wasn't even like a thing.
No,
it wasn't. I wasn't performing for anyone because I was usually on my own. It's just like, that's what I'm going to eat.
Dude, you should have seen the trays I'd get at the cafeteria in college. There were 2 trays every meal. One's food, one's drinks.
That's kind of psycho.
I mean, that's how many things I had. I didn't have to keep getting up and filling up new drinks, so I'd get 4 of them.
It's called efficiency.
Yeah. I also heard something last night. It was on NPR. And they were talking about deep feeling kids and how you have to treat deep feeling kids with kid gloves. Don't shame them for their deep feelings. Don't tell them to get over it. And that's when I realized I'm a deep feeling kid.
What does that mean?
You supposedly just your sympathetic nervous system, the way your brain works, the way it interprets things, maybe from trauma, maybe just from something that you're born with a little quirk in your circuitry. You just feel things on a deeper level than most people. And therefore, it affects you more. It affects you longer. It's harder for you to come back from. That's the way they described it.
Do they have a shallow feelings category?
We do in this room.
Just asking.
We have an example.
Yeah, I think you do. I'm always like, yeah, it'll be fine.
Go to Sleep says, I was a delivery guy in my early 20s, and I'd make pizzas from dough we were throwing away and take them to the band house.
That's a good move right there.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
I committed more of a crime. Like, we've talked about this, but when I was a teenager, like 16, 17, we had a friend who worked at McDonald's, and they had to throw their food out every 30 minutes. So he would make too much.
Every 30 minutes?
Something like that.
Wow.
Something like that. Maybe it's every 3 hours.
Is that back when they kept them under the warmers?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would have been like 1981. And he used to put like 30 burgers in a double trash bag and throw them away. And then we would go get them. That's like, it's not a felony, but it's definitely theft.
Dude, it's better than them going to waste.
Thank you, Rach.
Yeah, I'm pretty opposed to. I
You
know
can have
that
the
it's,
high noon live from.
Thanks.
I know that it's like considered theft. If like,
Here we go.
Walmart is at the end of the night. Walmart throws out all their deli meat that they didn't use or whatever, and I know it's considered theft to like for like the employees to take that. But it's like, however, otherwise it's going into the garbage.
Yeah,
where it serves
that's a
no
thing I
purpose.
don't
It's a
understand.
remarkable amount of food waste. And I know people who have been fired for Walmart because they took like a ham sandwich home that instead of throwing it into the garbage, and it's like I don't agree with that. I think that's absurd.
I don't understand that at all. Like, why can't you just donate it?
I think they probably worry about people like my friend that they're going, if they know that they can take home extra food, they're going
Yeah.
to make it.
Yeah.
You just have to monitor it, like as it's, you know what I mean? Like you have to have systems in place to make sure that nobody's taking advantage.
Yeah.
But it's still, even if that's the case, still seems like a better idea to donate it to somebody to people that could use it rather than just toss it.
Yeah. I had another thought last night, and after this one, I'm Tap City. So
Okay.
you guys have to take over. I was wondering if you think the machine, just the machine, has artificially changed our tastes over the years and decades. For example, 1980s morning radio, hit the snare drum and waka waka wiener joke. We loved that back then. And now we don't. I'm just wondering whether you think the machine in any way ever goes like, these guys would be listening to this crap for the next 50 years if we let them. But we're not going to let them. We're going to, every so often, we're going to make them eat something new so that we can create a new industry.
Yes.
You think so?
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, look at your algorithm now.
Thank you.
It's completely designed to capture as much as your attention as possible. And it doesn't do that by giving you the same thing over and over again. It does that by coming up with new things for. I'm glad we're talking about this. I've been thinking about this a lot lately too. Like, what about how much of me is actually me? And then how much of me is just the things that influenced me?
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
exactly
music
my thought.
that I was listening to,
Yeah.
the shows I was watching, the books that I was reading. If you stripped all that away, what does Rachel Zimmerman actually look like and actually feel?
Yeah.
It's certainly interesting to think about. I do think that since media has existed, it has intentionally tried to addict you more and more. But now with the algorithms, like, I mean, we don't even choose what to watch anymore now, right? You get on TikTok and the algorithm shows you what it wants to show you.
Yeah.
It's tapping into something you like,
And like the
but you're not
iPhone.
making the choice.
I know that things get better. I get that. But I think I've whatever, like the iPhone 15, 16, whatever's like the latest. I just got it a year ago. But my iPhone 10 would have been fine.
Yes.
Right? Like I do all the same things. Couldn't do them exactly the same
Your
or as
Nokia
fast,
phone
but
would have been fine.
they convince me every time. Like every time I go to a new phone, I'm like, "Hey, dude, I've got a iPhone 14. I'm fine with that." And they're always, by the time they're done, I'm like, "Okay, give me the 17." Like maybe I'm a sap.
I don't think so. I just there's a combination of things. They are trying to influence you, but we do have the ability to resist it.
Do we?
But I'm saying it varies in every person, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Every person's resistance to, and it would vary with different things. There are things that I resist easily, and there are other things that I don't.
What are you a sucker for?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I mean, basically all things sports. Jerseys, tickets to games. Watching games, like that kind of stuff is going to be. I'm an easier sell in those ways than I would be for something else. That I'm like, as an example, I used to have an iPad. I don't have one anymore, and I don't feel any pressure to get one. I don't need one. I don't feel like if I'm not getting one, I'm missing out. I almost never have the latest phone. I just get a phone when I need a phone. Something breaks or it's just not good anymore or whatever. So like there are things that I can resist. There are other things I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sure, give me that.
That's a shallow feeling kid way to go.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. With the new year upon us, there's no better time to take control of your financial life. And the Jill on Money podcast is here to help. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and, I hope, entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Follow and listen to Jill on Money wherever you get your podcasts.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Hola amigos, Brad Evans here. Check out this booming voice and Pat Boyle on BetMGM tonight, covering the biggest sports stories from coast to coast, live and interactive on the free Odyssey app, discussing NFL offseason news and getting you ready for the madness in college hoops. BetMGM tonight with me, Brad Evans and Pat Boyle, live and interactive, Monday through Friday night starting at 6 Eastern, presented by BetMGM. Always live on the free Odyssey app and watch on YouTube at BetMGM tonight.
Tell you guys about my good friend Susan L. Ward. Just together with Susan last week for breakfast, and it's kind of like Dr. Corey Solomon. In addition to being a fantastic divorce attorney, she's a really cool person. And why does that matter? Why does it matter that I'm friends with her? Why does it matter that she's cool? Because communication and comfort is so important, whether it's your doctor or your lawyer. You want someone who you can talk to. You want someone who you can confide in. You want someone who you can be real with. Maybe you're the one in the marriage who kind of caused it to go bad, and you're sheepish about it and maybe even remorseful. You can talk to Susan. You can tell her anything you want to tell her. Everything is private. And of course, she's going to do whatever she can to get you the very best deal that she possibly can. By all means, talk to a priest, talk to a pastor, talk to a best friend, but talk to a very good divorce attorney before you do anything. If you call her at 314-783-9400 or reach out to her at stlfamilylaw.com, she will give you a free consultation. My advice, write down your top 5 or 10 questions. You can be very specific, and she will give you real answers, not just like, oh yeah, that's something we can do. She'll say, well, probably they're going to split it this way, or probably this, in this court, this judge is really a stickler about XYZ. Once again, that's stlfamilylaw.com.
For 100 years, KMOX has been a part of St. Louis. Now, those moments live on, preserved, remastered, and ready to be heard again. Discover KMOX from the Archives, a podcast featuring classic audio from a century of service.
Sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original.
The KMOX from the Archives podcast, available now at KMOX100.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
Get ready, St. Louis area. The St. Charles Boat Show is here March 5th through 8th at the St. Charles Convention Center. See the top dealers from the Lake of the Ozarks and climb aboard your next dream boat. New models, great deals, and summer fun starts here. Visit lakeoftheozarksboatdealers.com for details.
Zero Res wants to give your home the love and attention it deserves. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $119. Take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Book online at ZeroResSTL.com and mention the KMOX special.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX 223. Bottom of the hour, we have attorney Brad Young sent us some news stories for today. He's always great. We also want to hear you talk about the thing on your show sheet today about in 2026, who has the right to acquire land.
Yeah, this was interesting. So this got this. I'm not going where the podcast did, but it got a lot of buzz on a bunch of platforms, TikTok, Twitter, whatever. It was Tucker Carlson interviewing Mike Huckabee. And Mike Huckabee was making this case essentially that the Israelites have claim to basically all of the Middle East or whatever. But forgetting any of that, because I don't want to get into the specifics on it. But we know how this works, right? I mean, we have people that take strong sides and say that land belongs to them and that land belongs to them. And everybody's arguing about who should get what and who was originally where. And my question really comes down to, how far back do we go on these things? Like, if Americans are taking that stance, either side of it, that one group of people deserves that land because they were there longer or earlier or whatever, well, then we don't belong here. This should all belong to Native Americans. And I find this argument to be very complicated and silly. Well, it's a complicated argument that becomes oversimplified. And it's an argument that people will use to fit into their own ideology. Like, well, this group was here first. I don't think that can be the standard anywhere on the planet, because anywhere people live, someone else, quote, owned it before. Someone else had it at some point. So what's the number? Is it 100 years, 50 years, 1,000 years, 2,000 years? Like, what's the number that where do we get to establish these claims? And it's one thing if the groups of people involved that are directly involved have their argument over it amongst each other.
Mm-hmm.
But for those of us that are kind of on the outside, don't we have to acknowledge that all of us live on land that was taken from someone at some point?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and then how do you retroactively fix things? How do you make the claim? And I don't know how you make this claim as a person who's never lived in that region or that's never doesn't have a stake there anyway. How do you make these claims? What's the basis for the argument? And again, how far back do you go? What's the number? Recorded history? Is it? I mean, again, because if it's that, we're all invaders. We don't belong here.
Yes.
Well, I mean, before they fought the Civil War against each other, most of those high-ranking officers fought together against Mexico.
That's right. Right.
And we just straight up took it from Mexico. We just did. We did. We won.
And it's interesting to me that this also becomes about shoehorning whatever your belief system is. And it can be religious, but not necessarily. It can be a political belief system too. Like, we shoehorn the argument into our own personal kind of view on the world, but we don't take the next logical step and say, what does that mean if I have that position? What does that mean for me? Why is that land in dispute? And why do those people have to move or give it up, no matter which people you're talking about? Because we're going to say that someone else was there before. Well, literally everywhere in the world, someone else was there before. There are exceptions, right? There are regions of the world where maybe it's a little less changed in that way. But even if it's not like divided by religion or even nationality, it could be subdivisions of different groups that it could have been one kingdom versus another in another time.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when Donald Trump was all hot for for Greenland. And he said, why should Denmark own it just because they landed some boats there a few hundred years ago? And I thought, what do you think we did?
Yeah, that's basically it, right? And I'm not saying there weren't injustices in any of this. Of course there were. But the question is, how far back can you actually relitigate that?
I think it's a great question. I've asked that question before about how long until you can dig my dad up and it be archaeology as opposed to grave robbing.
Good question.
There's an answer there. Just don't know it.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is brought to you by Meadowview Memory Care.
A couple of quiet days with a big-time warm-up for Friday and Saturday. Partly to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. About 52, 53 should do it for the high. Tonight, clear skies. We'll drop it back to 36. We can handle that. Friday, sunny skies. A fast warm-up, especially late morning and through the afternoon. 67 for the high temperature. Saturday, sunny and 65. A fast-moving, unsettled weather pattern takes over starting on Sunday. Cloudy skies with rain, maybe a little wet snow mixed in. The high temperature Sunday, it's colder, 45 degrees. Let's keep the pattern active Sunday night, Monday night, and into Tuesday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Discover Meadowview Memory Care in Arnold, a small, secure community on a beautiful campus. Enjoy peace of mind with all our inclusive rates and comfortable private suites. Schedule your tour today at rspseniorliving.com.
Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet, my oldest running client. I started in October 16th of 2000, and Mike joined me in November. So we've been together a quarter century. During that time, literally thousands and thousands of DGS listeners have been to one of the 3 locations of Michael's Flooring. It doesn't matter whether you're looking for hardwood or wall-to-wall carpeting. They will loom you an area rug, exactly the colors that you want, exactly the motif, tile, linoleum. And here's the thing. Our competitors sell against us by saying like, oh yeah, that's a seconds place. It's a cheapy place. Not at all. We have everything brand new in the box. We have Mohawk, Shaw, Coronet, all the big names like everybody else. We just charge less, which drives our competitors crazy, and we have better installation. Go to michaelsflooringoutlet.com to find the nearest location to you.
Taking care of your health should be simple. And with the Neovitin monthly subscription, it finally is. Choose your doctor-formulated multivitamin, and we'll deliver it straight to your door every month. No more running out, no more remembering to reorder, just consistent nutrition made easy. Plus, subscribers save 10% every month and can pause or cancel at any time. Visit neovitin.com and start your subscription today. Neovitin, trusted nutrition every day.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 233. Attorney Brad Young joins us. Hey, Brad.
Dave, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, before we get into your stories, I don't know if you're listening, but Wheels just brought up a really interesting question, which is legal, certainly legal, that how far back do you go? Did you hear that?
I did.
Okay, good. And I just want to read, Brian M. says, whoever conquered the land, it's their land. Israel defeated like 4 countries in the 1967 Six-Day War. They won the Gaza Strip, eventually allowed Palestinians to come back. I find that whole thing fascinating. And Brad, you probably do too, as a religious person, that the Temple Mount, where Jews and Christians believe that the first and second temples stood, and it's also where Muhammad took his night ride to heaven. And it's gone back and forth, from Christian to Jewish to Muslim. And then in the 1967 war, my understanding, the Jewish armies defeated everyone, took control.
Defeated everybody that came at them.
Yes. Took back over the Temple Mount and then immediately gave it back to who it used to be ran by, which were the Jordanians, Muslims. And I know a lot of Jews that I know, really lament that. We should have never done that. That was stupid. Why did we give it back? We had it.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Yep.
I lost you.
Uh-oh.
You're still there. We got you. Boy, I hope it didn't cuss.
He's a lawyer. He can get himself out of trouble.
Well, darn.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that history, though? The Temple Mount, the basics?
The core, the root of it. Yeah, I don't know the details of it.
And they still, as I understand it, Israel still enforces the rule that there are no non-Muslim prayers allowed at Al-Sharif.
Yes, period.
You there?
I think he's voice texting Andrew, if I had to
Yeah,
guess.
he is.
Okay. Here, I'm
gonna
down
call him.
so
He's
maybe
like, yes,
Hold on.
period.
Hey, Brad, you there?
Yeah,
All right, we'll get on.
we
the
hear
phone.
him, but he don't hear us.
Yeah. Which is when it goes bad.
Yeah, I was gonna you gotta
That's
keep
when
that keep that potted down.
That's what we call a hot mic.
Because when something's not working, I don't know about Brad, but I tend to get a little heated. Like,
But I think that's an example of what we're talking about. That whoever, like Brian M. said, you may disagree that it should be that way.
right.
But that's the way it is.
And we have to find. I guess the bigger point is, I think you have to find better, more logical ways to state your case, and then make your case to the world. Whichever of the claims that you're talking about. I mean, we could make the same thing about Russia, right? They're claiming that these parts of Ukraine or all of Ukraine belong to them. Well, but it doesn't now. So again, how far back are we supposed to go?
Yeah.
I mean, like, do they get to assert that claim if it was 1,000 years ago, or is it just because it was 70 years ago or whatever it was it wouldn't be that far.
Yeah.
I say no, it would have been. I'm talking about the Russia Ukraine. That would have been post Cold War.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, it wasn't that long ago. But like, how long do we have to make these claims, and should that even matter?
Do we have Brad back?
He is on the phone.
Awesome. Brad, take it away. Whatever you heard, just answer it.
Yeah. Well, to a certain extent, I mean, we all know to the victor go the spoils, right? So if you conquer a place, it's essentially yours. If you stick a flag on it, it's essentially yours, except for the moon, which is governed by other treaties. But when you look at Israel, I think that at least my understanding of that back in the 60s when Israel won that war, they gave it back to Jordan for 2 reasons. Number one, Jordan was seen as a reasonable, moderate Muslim country. And so by giving it to Jordan, you avoided additional conflict. And as you well know, many Bible scholars say that that's part of the prophecy of the return of Christ, is that the temple will be rebuilt over the place where the mosque is sitting right now. As far as Ukraine goes, yeah, when you've got a country of Ukraine, they've established that's their country. But to some extent, if Russia comes in and conquers it, and I'm not in agreement with this, I'm certainly not advocating, I'm just talking about the way things are. If you conquer an area and you take it over, it's essentially yours unless somebody can take it away from you.
Well, that's the thing, right? Then the world either takes action, like military action, or punitive actions of other kinds, right? You can impose sanctions, blockades, whatever. I mean, but then it's up to the world to decide this is not okay, and here's what we're going to do about it. So, for example, when Germany tried to take over all of Europe in the 1940s, well, the whole world came in and said, nope, not happening.
Yep.
Well, not the whole world, but, a lot of us, including us, came in and said, nope, that's not happening. We're going to fix that.
Right. And the opposite's also true. Exactly, Wheels. But the opposite is also true. I mean, for example, in 2014, when Russia grabbed Crimea from Ukraine, nobody objected.
Right.
I mean, it was, everybody just said, well, you know what? We don't want to tick off Russia. So in essence, the Crimea area became under Russia's control because no one disputed it.
Okay. This is really interesting discussion. Brad has sent us a couple of stories. The Supreme Court justices skipped Donald Trump's State of the Union speech.
Yes, several did. And what I find interesting is that in our world, we always try to divide everything along ideological lines, right? And so Trump is mad at certain people, so they're not going to show up, and other people are. But really, there was a mixture of conservatives and liberals who didn't show up for the State of the Union. They're not required to be at the State of the Union. And Justice Roberts said in 2010 that it's basically up to each individual justice if they want to come to the State of the Union speech or not. And even some justices who have been retired as justices even kept coming to the State of the Union because, they had a good seat. Why not?
Yeah,
right?
Right. Yeah.
So I just find that interesting that a mixture of conservatives and liberals didn't show up at the speech.
Yeah.
And you really can't say it's along ideological lines.
No, that was what I found interesting about it, right? Because it was Sotomayor and Brown Jackson, and then Gorsuch, Thomas, and Alito were the five that didn't show up. I hope that what they're doing, I don't know if you guys would agree with this, I hope that what they're doing is making the statement that our branch is equal to yours, and you shouldn't be trying to push this around and make us secondary. I would hope that's their point. Like it shouldn't be political. It should be about the Constitution and the way our government is written up.
The wheels, you can also add into that, though, that by not showing up, you're saying we're not political. I mean, in essence, the State of the Union address is a political function. And whenever you're either a Republican or a Democrat, if you're shouting at the president or you're standing and clapping for the president, I mean, those are all political acts. And so I would hope also that the Supreme Court is saying, number one, yeah, we're equal to you. We're not required to be here. Nanny, nanny, boo-boo, try to make me show up. And then secondly, it's also that since this is an inherently political event, we're not supposed to be political, so we're not going to participate in your political party.
Yeah, I think personally, and I kind of enjoy the State of the Union. I enjoy the pageantry and I enjoy the traditions and stuff. But in my opinion, and let's just face it, no one's ever going to politicize it like Trump. No one ever has. No one ever will. He's a one-off. But even the past few presidents, it's been more of a campaign style thing than campaign style things.
Yeah.
Because at a campaign thing, you're saying, hey, you're trying to sell yourself. At this, you're just berating the other side who has to sit there and take it.
True. And when I looked at the State of the Union, I mean, I watched it and my takeaway from it, essentially, and I try to separate out the theater, the political theater from what actually is being said. And in terms of actually being said, to me, it was really focused on the U.S. economy and domestic issues, right? I mean, he tried to sell the idea that we're all going to be prospering. And he also tried to sell the idea that if you don't think you're prospering right now, stick with me and you will be prospering in the future. So that was at least the impact that I got from the speech, other than the theater. And he was also, I think, trying to shore up Republicans in November, in the November election, because we all know if the Democrats take control of the House, which is highly likely in November, the next 2 years are going to be nothing but impeachment hearings.
Yeah. Next story, the ACLU, long leery of the Second Amendment, joins the NRA in urging the Supreme Court to uphold pot users' gun rights.
Well, part of it is kind of just funny, and then part of it's real. The funny part is that the ACLU and the NRA are on the same side on this issue, which to me just makes me kind of laugh with them getting in the same bed on this issue. But the real issue on this, as I see it, is Do we and should we all know the Second Amendment is a constitutional amendment, protects our rights to own guns. Can that be taken away for something as minor as possessing marijuana in your house? If you look at the right to vote, you have to be convicted of a felony to lose that right. Is it acceptable legally and constitutionally to take away someone's right to have a gun, according to the Second Amendment, just because you got a couple of joints in the house? And I do see the Supreme Court coming down on this issue in support of the Second Amendment and stating, listen, if you're not under the influence when you're using it or applying for it, Hunter Biden, and if you just happen to own a gun and you happen to have some weed in your house and there's no evidence that the two are related in any way, I think the court's going to say that you can't take away someone's Second Amendment right for such a minor infraction.
It just seems so easy to me. And this, my God, the alcohol versus pot discussion has been happening since like the 20s. And I know you shouldn't do this, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen people do this, to go out on the back 40 with beer and guns and drink beer and shoot, Plinkett cans and stuff like that, or hay bales. Like, that's just like an all-American thing to do. But God forbid someone who likes to use pot, like I'm high as a kite right now, that they want to own a gun. Like, come on. This is just ridiculous.
It's so easy, but nothing's really easy when you start to litigate it, and there's probably going to be a 30 or a 40-page opinion when the decision comes out.
Yeah.
But it's going to be oral arguments on Monday, and I really do look for the justices to hone in on that. Number one, it's vague. What does it mean to be under the influence of controlled substances? It's vague because is it control from the state? Is it control from the feds? What does it mean to be under the influence? There's no 0.8 standard for marijuana, and so it's vague. I do see the justices focusing on that.
Brad, I had one more question for you, and if you can answer it as quickly as you can. Why, apropos of the tariffs, we have lots of big companies suing the federal government to get their money back from the now illegal tariffs. And you said the last time you were on that we couldn't do that. What would prevent someone from doing a class action on behalf of the people of America?
Because the government didn't extract the taxes for the people. They made the companies pay the taxes, and the companies then raised prices or didn't raise prices. So there would be no standing for an individual to file a lawsuit. But we know that FedEx has filed a lawsuit. They have standing because they actually had to pay the tariffs. So I don't see any individual lawsuits happening.
Boy, I get that from a legal point, but what a bunch of crap.
Yeah, I mean, how much of an easier end around is there? Well, we're going to raise taxes on you guys, and you can't come after us. Although, again, we do have the recourse of voting people out, and we just don't.
Yeah, that's right. All right, that is Brad Young, attorney at law. Thank you, Brad.
Hey, my pleasure, guys.
Have you ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Of course you have. Who hasn't wanted to go? It's awesome. And now is your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you will be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for two. That's right, a trip for two to the NBA Finals. NBA Futures lets you lock in your pick for who you think is going to go all the way, whether that's the championship or conference title. You can take your pick by going to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA and of KMOX. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Limit one entry. For Profit Boost token, opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there'll be plenty plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
Hi, this is Charlie Brennan. I see clearly now thanks to the doctors, Greg Birdie, Ranjan Malhotra, Robert Brusati, and Andy Royer. You can too. YourEyeDoc.com.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Wait, Corey from Air Comfort Service? What are you doing in my basement?
Standing behind our work.
It's 9 p.m.
At Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation, we take pride in our work. If you need heating service, no matter the time of day or night, we're here to help with 24/7 emergency service.
So you're just going to stand behind my furnace?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you hand me those paper towels then?
Absolutely. For heating service or HVAC maintenance, visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
Welcome back, DGS 251. We're coming up. Janelle's coming up at 3. Talk some entertainment and movies and such.
Oh, man, show's flying by.
I know. It went by fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elam at 4. I can't help it. He's too easy. It's National Toast Day. Are we toast people in this room?
Yes.
Yeah, if you do it in
I
the
like
frying pan.
toast.
Oh, God. Why didn't I know this was coming?
Dude, it's the best. It's like Texas toast.
Yum.
It doesn't get dried out. That's what's beautiful. And you're cooking it in the butter so it doesn't tear up the bread when you put the butter on it.
So when we go to Chris's and just get toast, or you just like...
No, it's fine. I just like it better when I make it my way.
Do you guys like jelly on toast? I just
Love
like
it.
butter.
I love it.
It's good. It just depends, though. Like, what am I eating it with?
When I like to have an omelet and jelly bread toast, and I like to put my omelet on the toast and make a little Sammy.
With
Yum.
jelly?
Okay, you don't know about the Glover sandwich. Here's a Glover sandwich. It's better with English muffins. It's Miracle Whip, cheese, eggs and ham, jelly, cheese, muffin.
Why jelly?
I just did it and I liked it, and I used to feed it to my kids, and they would ask for
And
a Glover
mayo?
sandwich with Miracle Whip and jelly. Grape jelly.
That's a bad combo.
Oh, you got to try it.
No, I do not.
Got to try it.
No.
You'll throw your pan away.
Never.
When I was
Never!
when I was a little kid, I wonder if anyone else's parents did this. When I would get scared in the middle of the night of ghosts, and I would legit have leg aches a lot because I guess I was growing. And I would call for my mom, and she'd come in, and probably a couple times a month, my mom would make me either jelly bread, which was just bread with butter and jelly rolled up, kind of like a Little Debbie ho-ho or something, or I would have milk and crackers, like cereal, in a coffee mug, saltine crackers, milk, eat it with a spoon. And I have such fond memories of that because it was comforting, but it was weird because it's like 3 a.m. and when you're like 10, you're not used to being up at 3 a.m, eating jelly bread sandwiches. And anyway,
that's nice.
It's like a core memory of mine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No jelly bread, I'm guessing, for you guys?
No. I always had my toast with butter. I always preferred it with butter.
Do you not like jelly on anything?
No, I like jelly. I like a PB&J. And I mean, I like jelly on toast. I vastly prefer butter. I want to go savory with my toast.
When my goofy little brother was a kid, he would only eat jelly sandwiches. Like with school, he wouldn't take a PB&J, just jelly and bread. Like, that'll work.
What a freak.
He is.
Joel says, have you guys heard of fairy bread from Australia and New Zealand?
I think that's butter with sprinkles on top.
Sprinkles of what?
Is that what it is?
I think. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh,
white
it
bread with
is.
butter and covered in colorful sprinkles.
It's like the ice cream sprinkles.
I used to do a piece of bread with peanut butter and then sprinkle sugar on top of that.
I still do that. It's
Dude,
awesome.
It's a nice crunch.
It is really good. You just like,
You guys are renegades.
Dude, that's good. I'm telling you, man.
You're
I'm glad
living
you
your
did
life
too,
in
Wheels.
Michigan and Grafton.
Yeah, it is so good.
Wheels, do you ever put peanut butter on a graham cracker?
I did.
Yeah,
Great.
man. That's man, that sounds really good right now.
Although
actually.
the big move was always graham cracker with leftover cake frosting.
Mine was saltines with peanut butter and marshmallow.
Oh, that's good.
Whoa.
I'll tell you this, peanut butter and marshmallow sandwich.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Another thing, we used to call it round and round. You put it peanut butter and syrup in a bowl and you twirl it round and round and eat it.
That's pretty good too.
The prizes alone are worth the trip at the 2026 Home Expo. One lucky attendee will win a red light therapy sauna from Aloha Pools and Spa, and many other prizes given away hourly. Hosted by the Home Builders and Remodelers Association, the expo features 175 plus booths, free admission, and free parking. Thanks to sponsors like Aloha Pools, Lacey Lumber, McCullough's Flooring, and Turf Shed. February 27th through March 1st at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds. Details at hbrmea.org.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Neovitin, everyone knows what a multivitamin is. Most of us have been taking them, or at least took them as a kid, or the Flintstones, or, you get it. So we have one that was created here in St. Louis. I met Dr. Ken Ribicki and his son Tommy when Tommy was, I don't know, a teenager, maybe young 20s at the oldest, 15, 18 years ago when they first started things out. At that point, they were in a couple of mom and pop pharmacies. Their dream was to be in like a Schnucks or a Deerbergs or something. And we started doing business together. Ken had survived pancreatic cancer, and he created Neovitin like almost literally in his bathtub, not to cure him, but to allow him to have the strength to continue practicing and running. He was a long distance runner. He survived that. He sadly died years later from something unrelated, but that's why we give a portion of every bottle to cancer research. Tommy now, full-grown man, a family of his own. He's now at the helm of it. It's a great product. It was created here in St. Louis, manufactured in the U.S. You can buy it off the shelves at Schnucks and Deerbergs locally or online at neovitin.com.
Paid for by government.
The 1986 to 2021 United States Silver Eagle, the first ever U.S. silver dollar minted in 99.9% pure silver and is the best-selling coin in the world. These original and historic silver dollars have ceased production forever. They will never be minted again. For a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government-struck silver dollars are being released to the public. You can own a full pound of original U.S. silver dollar coins featuring Lady Liberty and the heraldic eagle, never to be struck again. Guaranteed. Call now to secure original United States Silver Eagles by the pound. The first U.S. silver dollars ever to be struck in 99.9% pure silver. Plus, receive a free bonus, an American Collector's Pack valued at over $40 and free shipping with every order. Call 1-800-560-6468 now to secure your full pound bag of United States Silver Eagle coins before they are gone. That's 1-800-560-6468.
Saving money is hard, but what's worse is when you save all year, hoping to use that money for a nice vacation, and then your AC unit dies and that money is gone. Now imagine yourself in retirement. You've saved a nice amount, hoping to use it for fun, but every time you take money out of your 401k, you get hammered in taxes. It's a sad fact, but your number one expense in retirement may not be cruises and trips. It could be taxes. At the All Financial Group, we believe in keeping more of your money where it belongs, with you. Join the All Financial Group for their Taxes in Retirement Seminar, Tuesday, March 10th and Thursday, March 12th. Fund your retirement, not Uncle Sam's. You must qualify to attend. Call today to reserve your spot, 636-230-8824, or go online to yourmoneymattersstl.com. And services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents nor representatives may give any tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got sunshine. Right now, 58 degrees downtown at the Arch. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton testified before a House committee, telling it she has no new information about the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says she didn't know about Epstein's criminal activities and says the committee should be questioning President Trump under oath. Ranking member Robert Garcia says he demands
that we ask President Trump to testify in front of our committee.
Garcia says Hillary Clinton is answering all questions and continues to demand that the press be allowed into the deposition. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
Police say a Louisiana girl was hospitalized but survived after her interactions with a suspect that started with an online gaming platform.
Local authorities and the FBI say 24-year-old Landon Westfall of Athens, Alabama, met the teenage Louisiana girl on the video game Roblox, convinced her to send him explicit images, and then when the relationship took a turn for the worse, told her to cut herself and then kill herself. Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill has sued Roblox.
The threat to their financial stability will grow with the number of lawsuits that are filed against them.
Dave Cohen for CBS News, New Orleans.
Stacey Lynn with two big food recalls you need to know about.
Nearly 56,000 pounds of frozen blueberries are under a top-level recall for possible listeria. The product was distributed by Oregon Potato Company. Meanwhile, Walmart's Great Value cottage cheese is being recalled in 24 states over pasteurization concerns.
There's a big recall from Ford. More than 4 million vehicles being recalled because of an issue involving trailers. Auto reporter Jeff Gilbert.
A software problem can prevent the trailer brakes and lights from working on a number of 2021 through 26 model year Ford and Lincoln pickups and SUVs. No injuries or crashes have been reported. Ford says it's identified the problem, which will be fixed by updating the vehicle software.
From the KMOX Business Desk, mortgage rates have fallen below a key level for the first time in years. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Freddie Mac reports that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate dropped 3 basis points to 5.98%, the first time below 6% since the summer of 2022. That's a key level for prospective home buyers who've been holding off due to affordability concerns, as home price growth has largely leveled out across the U.S., with mortgage rates down about 1 full percentage point compared to a year ago. The housing market needs the help, as pending sales in January declined from the previous month.
15-year mortgage rates popular with refinancing surged higher from the previous week to 5.44%. Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index to Stifel and Scott Bedell.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. A generally positive market environment today as many software company shares continued their rebound. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 17 points on the day to 49,499. The Standard & Poor's 500 index losing ground by falling a little bit more than 0.5% at 6,908, while NASDAQ posted the worst results, dropping 1.2% at 22,878. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index had the best return on the day, gaining 0.8% at 1,767. Helping that index to move higher, Emerson Electric up just shy of 3% at $152.72. Stifel Financial added 2 1/3% at $117.72. Amdocs up a little bit more than 5% at $69.86. On the downside, Bayer Corporation fell 1.4% at $12.31. And Peabody Energizer lost 2%. They closed at $32.29. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to visit our website at stifel.com.
Got a stall vehicle 70 east at Salisbury on the right shoulder. They've cleared a stall 255 west at Coke Road, 70 west at Lambert Airport. The right shoulder's blocked.
Pretty nice afternoon around town. 52 for the high under partly to mostly sunny skies. It's just about where we should be this time of year. Clear skies tonight. The evening's fine, though chilly. 36 for the overnight low. Friday, sunny skies. Chilly start early in the morning, but a fast warm-up late morning and through the afternoon. Delightful. 67 for the high. Friday night, clear skies and 43. Saturday, sunny and 65. Another beautiful day. Lots of clouds around on Sunday with a mix of mainly rain, but some sloppy, wet snow is also possible during the day on Sunday, 45. This unsettled pattern keeps going Sunday night, Monday, and probably into Tuesday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sunshine and 58 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. Happy Thursday to you. A few minutes past 3 p.m. If you're watching the stream, we made Wheeler big because I was big and I don't like being big. So I said, can you make me small? And she's like, yeah. And then she goes, I'll make Janelle big. And she's like, no, she won't want that.
She barely lets me put her on camera.
No, thank you.
So it's Janelle featuring a big Wheeler on the stream. So, and Janelle is our buddy who she does movie reviews on TikTok and lots of social media. You can find her under Holy L-E-L-L-E. What's new?
Well, not a lot because Warner Brothers doesn't let St. Louis screen movies. So
what's up with that?
We've fallen in the ranks. So like we're behind like Nashville and Kansas City and all that stuff.
We need to do something about this.
Oh, you gotta
That sucks.
Yeah, people don't go to the movies around here.
Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, we just keep
What are other people seeing this week that you didn't get to see?
Scream 7, which I don't know if I'm eager to run out and see.
Right. Damn it.
See that anyway.
I've never seen a Scream.
Never seen a Scream.
First one was good.
Yeah, the first one
especially in that time, it was good.
Yeah, I mean it's fun.
After that, they got progressively dumber.
Yeah, it's a franchise that has definitely run its course and is just banking on nostalgia for just that generation going out and seeing it.
The first one was cool because it was a different than most horror slash.
It's a slasher
like slasher
film,
films,
right.
but it was different because it was funny.
It made fun of itself.
Yes,
yeah.
and it was all younger characters, and it was.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was very
And they played
self-aware.
off of
That's what I'm saying. It's very
the
self-aware.
cliches in
Right.
horror movies. Like they even joked about it in the movie. Yeah,
Right.
smart.
Yeah.
I just talked about how Wheeler was the big screen on the stream, but I forgot because it was like 8 seconds. So I just caught it out of the corner of my eye, and I thought it was me, and I was like, I am jacked.
Dave got swole.
I am jacked.
So you're just looking at arms and chests on the screen.
Pretty much.
And a giant brain.
Wow.
Actually, that's
Look
just
at the
mostly
big brain on Brett.
That's just mostly hair, though. That's not really brains. That's just hair.
Dave Hines says it's Big Wheel Day. I like that nickname.
Big Wheel Day.
Yeah, nobody's ever called me that.
Big wheels?
Probably because I'm not
till
tall.
now.
Probably because I'm the shortest guy in the room.
You're big.
Where did Andrew go?
I'm wide.
He fell off.
Yeah, but still taller than me. So there you go. People have asked me, they're like, you always have your legs propped up, and like you either have them like tucked under you or like on the chairs, because if I put them down right now, they'll swing, and it's just.
I don't want to feel like a kid.
That's Punch the Monkey.
No. If I sit on the couch out there when I'm waiting for Andrew, like my feet just stick out straight because they can't.
Real question. When
Sure.
you buy furniture, do you buy it so that your feet hit the ground?
No, I can't.
Can't
do that.
find it?
No. I mean, it's not that I could. I probably could in like the children's department, but I can't. Like, I can't maneuver around life just avoiding everything that's taller than me. Yeah, I always tell people like, you have no idea how good you have it. Like, like the things on salad bars. I guess the sneeze.
Yeah.
It hits me like right at my face. So like, I either have to duck underneath it or like get on my tippy toes and hope my arms reach. The gym is not built for people my size.
Were you always shorter, like in class growing up?
No, I was like one of the tallest in 6th grade. And when 7th grade started, I was looking around and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't get the memo. Like we were still supposed to grow over the summer. Like why did everybody leave me behind? And
yeah, I was always tiny. I was always the smallest in my class. And then in 9th grade, I got a growing spurt and I reached like 5'10", maybe even a little bit closer to 5'11". And I was pretty tall.
Right.
And then I just never grew anymore. And since then I've shrunk down to like 5'9.5". So
yeah, no, I am 5 foot. My oldest daughter is 4'11", and my other daughter is 5'1". So we are all just 1 inch.
Yeah.
Off it. But nope. Never been tall. Don't know what it's like.
My mom was 4'6".
I'm not even kidding. Like, what was she when you were a kid?
About 5'1".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Because I mean, Lord knows I have a whole bunch of inches to spare. So I'll be.
Would you? Obviously, none of us would go through the leg lengthening to be taller.
Right.
Is there anything you would go through to be 5'4"?
No. I mean. Yeah, I mean, if I could just snap my fingers and wake up tomorrow and be 5'4", it'd be great. Like clothes would fit better. Like I all of a sudden the 20 pounds I needed to drop wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter anymore. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. But I'm not gonna like go through any procedures. I was talking to Rachel, like the only thing I've had is Botox in my forehead and that's it. I haven't done anything else, even though I'm hitting that age.
I'm mostly plastic.
Mostly and Clearasil from what I understand.
For sure.
Right.
My body, I'll be like one of those saints because there's so
You'd
much
be
preservatives in that.
Everybody will walk by your casket and be like, smells like Noxzema in here.
You can just rub my corpse and put it on your forehead. And you're like, oh, got a little makeup there.
Yeah, that's how you'll be a saint. Everybody can just, bless themselves with whatever you got.
Yeah, be big on Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Rach, you're like 5'7", right?
I measured myself the other day. I'm actually 5'6".
See, we're all shrinking.
It's giant.
But it was at the end of the day, and I recently read that you are shorter at the end of the day.
Yep.
That's true.
So I'm probably more like 5'7".
How was that?
Fine. There were always girls in my class that were taller than me. Like I'm taller than maybe a lot of girls, but I'm not like super tall. You know what I mean?
I don't think of you
I'm not like tall enough to like, oh, she's a model. So like you reach like 6 foot and you walk in the room and people are like, whoa, like I'm a little taller than maybe the average gal. But
Wheels, if you could pick a height.
6'4".
Not that you've thought about
Not that I've thought about it. It would just make so many things better. I think of it all from the athletic standpoint. Otherwise, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been like, I think I would have had advantages playing sports. I mean, 6'4", I would have been able to dunk. I would have been able to, I don't know, play first base with my noodle arm so I could at least hit.
So I have what's it called? Maladaptive daydreaming, where I run through scenarios, like we talked about this. But one of mine, like when I'm in bed and I can't sleep, is I make this bargain with the Wizard of the Universe, where if I would keep my athletic ability. I don't expect any more talent. I field grounders the way I do. I throw a football the way I do, but I'm 6'4", and I have especially large hands. That's my dream.
So your athletic skill right now at the age you're at?
No. Like at my prime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like it's an alternate life.
Right.
So I'm like 22, 6'4", slightly larger hands than guys at 6'4", but I'm my talent of athlete.
Right. So
I
where
could
does it
live with
lead?
that.
Where does it lead you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt pro, because those guys obviously have something more than just physical gifts.
Right.
But like Wheels, what a difference that would make.
It would have, I think. I mean, maybe I'm just deluding myself.
I can't even imagine.
Look at Luke on the stream. He's just out here bragging.
He's just dunking.
I
Nice
went
tall
from
guy,
5'6" my freshman year to 6'1" my sophomore year of high school. Now I'm 6'4".
You better have been able to dunk when you were that
Freak.
age.
It's the only way I can make
I gotta
myself
think,
feel
man,
better.
like if you're 6'2" or more and you can't dunk, I judge you.
Is Skip the tallest person we know?
He's the tallest person we see on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'8".
Yeah.
You ever see like on TikTok, I don't know why they send this to me, but they'll have like meetups for tall people, like dating things for tall people. And it's just fascinating because all the women are 6'2", 6'3".
Right.
And a lot of the guys are either 6'10" or even over. The tallest one I've seen is 7'4".
Oh my gosh.
And just seeing them all together, it's like, God, it's crazy.
It's got to be a whole different world up
It's
there.
always my favorite thing about when I was in college. I did an internship at the TV station down in Miami, and they would send me out with a microphone and a camera person to go to Miami Heat practice and interview, just to get sound bites. I didn't even get to ask questions. I just had to hold the microphone up there so they could get the sound. And like you're like John Sally's 7 feet tall, and you're trying to reach high enough to up there.
That's amazing.
I'm like this guy's child.
Dave Hines says, I bet you could both throw that football over the mountains.
Clear over the mountains. We would have won state.
No doubt.
We would have won state.
Okay, so since Wheels keeps bringing up slam dunk or like dunking, there was a question on Jeopardy the other day, and it was like Angel Reese holds the WNBA record at 13, this per game, and it was rebounds.
Yeah,
13 rebounds per game on average. Someone buzzed in and guessed slam dunk. And like Kurt and I couldn't stop laughing. Like
13 dunks a game.
Slam dunking 13 times every single game.
I mean, Michael Jordan didn't even do that. Shaq might have. Shaq might have dunked 13 times a game.
So I've been told
he's not dunking though. He's just tiptoeing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just moving everybody out of his way.
I've been told this story
It's
a
a
long
human
time.
avalanche.
My dad built me a goalpost, and it was my goalpost for my whole life, and I loved it. And it's sort of like the movie Hoosiers. It was the wood backboard that was made of like a sign, like literally you could still see the lettering on it. But I couldn't miss because it was my court.
Sure.
And my whole life, I could dunk because it was only like, I don't know, 9.5 feet, maybe 9 feet. I don't know. But it was pretty easy for me to dunk when I was 16, 17. And my dream was, as it atrophied, one of these days I'm going to do a Charles Barkley.
And you're going to tear it down.
I'm going to tear it
You're
down.
going to be like,
and this is 100% true
Chocolate
story.
Thunder,
100%
Daryl
true
Dawkins.
story.
You did it.
I was, I was going to do it because
And it landed on your mom.
It was hanging,
Like this.
and I got my run, and I'm just getting ready to take off and take this bitch down after 10 years of playing on it. And here comes this kid from my neighborhood, Mike, who was kind of the neighborhood nerd. And I see him coming, and I can't stop him in enough time, and he jumps up and grabs the net and rips the whole thing down. Right in front of
Stole
me.
your thunder?
Stole my thunder after 10 years of waiting for this moment.
Did you choke him with the net? Yeah, choke him with the net.
I think I was so mad and defeated. I think I just like hung my head.
No.
Because he was like, I don't know what was special about him,
Right.
but something was.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't really get mad at him, but damn, that
could.
sucked.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry they stole your thunder and
Thank
your
you.
glory. Who knows what you could have become?
You know who you don't do that to? A 6'4" guy.
No. Well, he just does that to the 10-foot rim, though.
That's
you know,
true.
6'4" guy does that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ever able to really touch the rim, which is weird because I was a jumper in high school, but I don't remember ever being able to jump up and grab the
In
rim.
high school, I could do that, but I couldn't get anything.
That's
I
impressive.
couldn't get a basketball or even like a baseball. I couldn't get it over the top.
Did
of the rim.
am I dreaming? Did Hancock and Kelly have that thing? Like
Yeah.
who was gonna
John had
touch
it-
the net or the
just the
rim?
net.
I
Just the
had
net.
faith in John from the beginning.
I did not. I had none.
John is low key tall too.
He is. What's he like?
He's
6'2",
tall.
6'3"?
Maybe
Is he bigger
6'1".
than that? Okay. Everybody looks tall. to
I
me.
knew he was
He's
going to be able
right.
to touch that net.
Although I
didn't think
never
he
saw
could.
it.
And touch it, he did.
We saw the video.
Yeah, he took a video and sent
Yeah.
it to all of us.
Yeah, but I didn't see him touch
And
the
then
net.
he did it
Oh,
again.
yeah, he
I
did
think
it again.
Michael was with
Yeah.
him and confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael can do that too, right? He can't. He
I
can.
mean, he's like 6'4", 6'5".
Michael's tall.
Yeah.
I would think he could do that pretty easily.
I love that we're just naming everyone we know in life. And
They're
we're
like, are you tall?
My brother's tall.
When
My
they can
Pauley's really
grab the
tall.
rim.
Yeah,
Matt
that's-
Pauley's a solid 6'4".
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he's
what's
tall
a
guy.
bummer is my brother's like 5'10", 5'11". What?
Yeah, you got
Did-
screwed.
I did. Majorly.
Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. When they every now and then they'll have some sort of a promotion, some sort of a sale. And we may be working on something like that for the DGS audience right now. And when that happens, I will let you know. Until then, the sell for Mosby is just, look, you're probably only going to do this once, maybe twice your entire life, where you own a home and you've built up enough equity or you've saved enough money in your savings account that you decide to do a little brush up. Maybe you want a better kitchen. Maybe you want a big island in the middle. Maybe you want a man cave in the lower level. Or this time of year, this kind of day, gets you thinking about an outdoor patio. Go to callmosby.com and look at some of the stuff we've done. Find your inspiration somewhere else, like bring in a travel magazine or a photo that you took on your trip to Cancun or something. We can make anything happen. They are great to work with. They're very fair. They will go item by item, line by line in their bid to show you why this is what it needs to be. They'll not be the cheapest. They also won't be the most expensive. They'll just be the best. 314-909-1800 for a free brainstorming session. Check out callmosby.com for inspiration.
Welcome to Radio Rental. The scariest stories you've ever heard in your life. All told by real people. And off we go.
This wasn't a human being that I saw. There's something here in this house, something out of this world.
There was a woman moving through the hall. I stepped back and I was completely alone.
Radio Rental is available now. Listen for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I was ordering food for the office from the same few places for too long.
For workplaces suffering with office food fatigue, every day's a struggle.
Before starting Easy Cater, I assumed having no good vegan options for Carl in finance was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat OFF with a huge variety of favorite restaurants, plus tools to help you meet dietary needs and stay on budget. Used daily, one platform lets you save time and shine. Ask your app store about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Unlock a brighter outdoor space in 2026 with Chesterfield Valley Nursery. Let us be your trusted partner for all your landscaping, lawn, and gardening needs, empowering you to create a haven that brings joy and serenity to your life. From landscape design to property maintenance to our garden center, we're here for you. Houseplants, tree shrubs, organic soil mixes, gardening and plant classes, and more. Chesterfield Valley Nursery's Garden Center has what you need no matter what the season. Visit us weekdays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday hours start in March. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram for all class and sale updates.
This is Megan Lynch. 250 doctors go to Ophthalmology Associates. That's why I trust them.
Ophthalmology Associates, 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
.323 DJS, happy Thursday. Wheels has a great story.
Dude, I just saw this. I didn't see it. I hadn't seen it before just now. I guess the story broke a little while ago.
So just as a setup, anyone who's paying attention knows that the U.S. men and women, but in this particular situation, we're talking about the men's team, won the gold medal and celebrated with Kash Patel, went to the White House, had cheeseburgers with Donald Trump, went to the State of the Union, and a lot of people are down on the men's hockey team because they're so MAGA and Trumpy. And you know how the White House loves to put out AI slop, and you have the one a couple days ago where the president's punching Canadians and scoring winning goals and stuff, and they may have just put their you-know-what in it.
Well, I mean, I don't understand this. So obviously, a lot of the U.S. guys were very happy to be there. They were happy to be a part of the White House celebration. And there's a story today that, and Brady Tkachuk is talking about it. So the White House put out an AI video on TikTok of him saying nasty things about Canada that he never said.
Go ahead and say what it is.
So this is what Brady Tkachuk was allegedly saying in the AI video. It says, quote, "They booed our national anthem," talking about the Canadians. "So I had to come out and teach those maple syrup eating blankers a lesson." And he never said that. So he's coming out to say and saying, look, that's not me. That's AI. I never said those words. I don't feel that way about Canadians. I would never say those words. What are you doing? Why would you crap on someone who's an ally? Why would you crap on someone that likes you and put them in a position where now they have to defend themselves in a sport that's like 60% Canadians? And he plays in Canada. He plays for Ottawa. Why in the world would the White House? It's the White House. Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
Rach, what did you say?
It's almost like he has no loyalty to anyone. Like, I am not surprised by this in the least. This has happened over and over. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Do they do that to people that are like legitimately on his good side?
Yes.
I mean, how do you get more on his good side than being a gold medal champ?
That loves you.
That loves you.
Or at least is accepting. We don't know truly what their beliefs are, but like we know that they were cool with the whole thing.
Yes.
Because I bet he if it's brought to his attention, he'll be shocked that Brady didn't enjoy that. Like, what? Why?
So
why didn't you didn't like what we did? I mean, like,
and I would guess the president has no idea about that. I don't think he knows anything about AI, anything, except he'll see it and like it or something. So if there's a staffer that's doing that and you should never be putting words in people's mouth, period.
Yeah,
period.
It's like this AI thing is a huge mess. And I don't blame Tkachuk for feeling like extremely violated by the situation. I mean, the whole thing is horrible, but this is what we get to look forward to because they don't want to legislate this kind of stuff.
So if this is going to happen though, and this is just a sports thing, this is a nothing burger. Right? Relatively speaking,
sure.
It's sports. It's a sporting event. No, everybody's going to know because Brady Tkachuk has a platform. He's famous. He's a star. He's got a name value. He's got a voice. He can say, that's not me. And people will believe him. At least most people will believe him. There are some idiots that probably won't, but most people will believe him. 90%, 95%. What about when they do that to someone else who doesn't have that voice, who doesn't have that platform, who isn't a star, who isn't a celebrity? And they don't have the ability to go out there and say, I never said that, where anybody would hear it. Like, and this story's on ESPN. So anybody that follows sports is going to know this. Anybody that's on social media is going to know that Brady Tkachuk is saying, I didn't say those words. That's AI. That's fake. But if you're willing to do this to someone that seems to like you, seems to be a fan,
and it won't matter now that it's taken down because it's already out there.
And what are you going to now? So what would they continue to do? I mean, what will you continue to do to anyone else? Well, and why would anybody think that? I mean, it's not okay if you do it to your rivals to put words in their mouths they didn't say. But it's just another on the list of things that is so beneath the White House. That's grade school stuff.
You lay down with dogs, you get fleas.
Your ride home just got a lot less of this and a lot more of this.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going, a swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field, and it's a gunner.
Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, Bernie Miklasz. 3 voices, 1 hour, all Cardinals. From roster battles in Jupiter to pennant races in St. Louis, the Redbird Rush Hour delivers. The Redbird Rush Hour, weeknights at 5 on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
Have you ever wanted to go to the NBA Finals? Of course you have. Who hasn't wanted to go? It's awesome. And now is your chance, courtesy of FanDuel. All you have to do is use your profit boost on an NBA future, and you will be entered for a shot to win an NBA Finals trip for 2. That's right, a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. NBA Futures let you lock in your pick for who you think is going to go all the way, whether that's the championship or conference title. You can take your pick by going to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA and of KMOX. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Limit 1 entry. For Profit Boost token, opt-in required. Must apply Profit Boost token on select market. Restrictions apply. See full terms, including methods of entry, at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rhino Shield is engineered to outlast paint by a lot, backed with our 25-year transferable warranty. Paint a house, shield a home. We do brick, block, stucco, asbestos, steel, aluminum, cedar, and more. We are the only coating company selected by Disney, This Old House, and 3 times on HGTV's Curb Appeal, where all 3 episodes concentrate on unpainted brick. If you maintain or own a business with a tired-looking building, you owe it to yourself to look at Rhino Shield and our beautifully durable color schemes. Evaluations are free. We're making buildings pop and be noticed again, from Champaign to the Lake of the Ozarks, exceeding expectations every day with our products, people, and performance. Now is the time to call 877-25-RHINO, 877-25-RHINO, or go to 877-25rhino.com and see how honest and transparent we really are. Tell them, ladies.
Don't paint, don't Rhino, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Working full-time but still falling behind? Learn how real estate education can help you build income and get ahead. On your terms, text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
But my lips are turning blue. Are they fast?
My darling, Jerry Kelly can install a new furnace tomorrow, no matter what day tomorrow is, even if we call late at night.
You are my hero.
They're fast and they're good and they got it going on. JerryKelly.com.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never
Saturday, March 7th, the Dome at America's Center.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Camp and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com.
I think I heard you coming.
Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
We got a couple of injury crashes blocking lanes on the highways right now. They're both opposite direction of the rush hour flow. The one that's been out there the longest is northbound 55 north of A. It's in that split in the construction zone. The right lane's shut down because of the crash. The left lane's open. Northbound 55 is jammed almost midway between 61 and 67 up to it. Fortunately, southbound drivers are not slowing for a look. It's just a little busy Gasconade Bates and Highway Z southbound. And the other injury crash looks like the 3 center lanes blocked. It's eastbound 70 before 270. Eastbound 70 is at a standstill back at 5th Street. Westbound 70 Gawkers. You've got some slow traffic coming out of the city. So Riverview past Jennings Station, backed up at the airport, and it's slow from the Rock Road Jam before you get to 270. Looking at it on the way by. Westbound 64 Kings Highway out to McCausland slow. Lindbergh to Ballas is busy, and then it's jammed 364 all the way out to Highway 70. We got a crash westbound 64 just before Highway 70, blocking as well. Westbound 44, there's a crash downtown just past the Poplar. It's jammed back to the Muswell Veterans Bridge, and eastbound 64 slow approaching 157. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
100 years.
That's how long Overhead Door Company of St. Louis has been repairing and replacing garage doors. A century of trust in St. Louis. Always look for the iconic red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for same-day repair service and no extra charge for evening or Saturday service. Trust your friends at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorstlouis.com. That's overheaddoorstlouis.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Brennan with McKelvey Homes. The American dream is owning your own home, especially a brand new McKelvey home. This will be your last chance to take advantage of the tremendous savings of the 6 remaining market-ready homes or our luxurious Madison display at Summerlin and O'Fallon. Also get $10,000 free cash at close and special 5.0% fixed 30-year financing. Talk to Stephen Bonfani on how you can qualify for this great offer. Visit McKelveyhomes.com. It's time to move up to McKelvey.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Big day on the DGS. Every quarter, we have the privilege of being the first place that you can hear Dave Murray's seasonal forecast. And after doing the local forecast, Dave will be doing the spring forecast, which is maybe the most exciting of the year, Dave. Maybe?
Maybe.
Which is your favorite?
Winter, because it's the toughest.
Okay. How did you do so far?
So far, so good. Other than February, I thought would be a little colder than it has been, but I was expecting big swings, and we've certainly got that.
Yeah,
the month is almost over. So
just out of
cold air coming.
Out of curiosity, I've been seeing some TikToks from Rhode Island and Providence, and it just looks insane there.
Yeah,
and they're getting more. Is that right?
A little more.
Okay,
it's not another big nor'easter. They typically come in threes, but this is not a nor'easter. They will get a little more snow. Yeah.
Okay. Dave, take it away.
Good for them.
Take it away.
First of all, we have to say something very special.
Uh-oh.
Happy birthday, Mitch.
Oh, he remembered.
Hey. That's your present. That's it. Don't look for anything else under the tree.
There's a birthday tree?
Yeah, Mitch just said thanks for the birthday gift, Dave, which sounds kind of essy to me. So
it does. It does.
Did it have a period at the end?
No.
Well, then it was okay.
Yeah.
Period would have meant
Period
like,
would mean it's serious.
Yes, serious.
Yeah, punctuation
serious and stuff.
That's right. Let's start with the current forecast. Going through the weekend, we get out of one month, get into the other. Sunny skies tomorrow. Fast warm up. It's going to be chilly in the morning, but 69 in the afternoon. The record is 86 from 2024, so not even close to a record. Then Saturday, let's keep it really nice, sunny, 65 degrees. The pattern starts to get active, as we've been talking about the last couple of days. Sunday is cloudy with a mix of rain and wet snow. Now, we're well above the freezing point, but we're definitely colder, 42 degrees on Sunday, and a little concerned about that mix of rain and wet snow into Sunday night, where temperatures will get down to the freezing point. So will there be an accumulation? Right now, I don't think there's much around St. Louis, but you go 50, 60 miles north, I think there will be some accumulation. Very unsettled weather Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, mainly in the form of rain. So there's that.
Great.
Got that done.
Yep.
All right. Want to get going?
Let's do it.
I love Dave Murray's spring forecast on the feed.
Yeah, you're in the big
Very
screen
nice.
too.
Yeah, no, big time.
No
That's
pressure.
kinda scary.
No pressure.
Kinda
Don't mess up.
All right, we go into March, and a couple of things happen. First of all, sunset when we start March, 5:54.
Hey,
of course, there's a time change. Sunset by the end of the month is 7:23. So we have that going for us. Average high 56, average low 36, average rainfall 3.5 inches, average snowfall 2.3. Big things going on. Daylight savings begins on March 8th. We spring ahead. Okay, as far as the weather, this could be a really weird month for temperatures. I've been going back and forth with this thing over the last week or so. I'm thinking the first 2 weeks will bring fast and a consistent warm up. Also thinking this will be a fall spring with the last 2 weeks of the month bringing winter cold back. So let's think a 50-50 month in March. When we add up the numbers, because it's 50-50, the temperature should average out about average. Pollen season, though, is going to get a solid early start with those first 2 weeks warming up quickly. Prime time for cold air intrusions from the north will be mid and late March. So a little interest in the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. We're right on the edge there. Not expecting any cold, record low temperatures, but certainly thinking a record high or two might be set in the first 15 days of the month. As for moisture, snow is still a factor in the month of March, one of the heaviest months of the year. The good news about March snow, it can be heavy, but it melts away very, very quickly. Moisture for the month. Snow, tough to find, obviously, in the first half of the month, but a solid shot last half of the month. The snow season is not over. The snow season runs into early April, so we have a ways to go. Anybody who's been in the St. Louis area for a long time, Wheels, you'll remember this. We've had snow on opening day for the Cardinals. So, snow bunnies don't give up quite yet. Right now, the seasonal snow stands at about 18 to 19 inches. That's the most since 2018 when we had 24.2 inches for the season. We do start to think about severe thunderstorms in March with near average temperatures. I am thinking about it. I think the best shot for the action will be the first half, and especially when we start to see that swing to cold the middle part of the month. Maybe 3-4 severe weather events that would be above average. Rainfall for the month near to a touch below average, but we have to watch for locally heavy amounts in any thunderstorm action we get. Not concerned about flooding on the big rivers. Limited snowpack. Overall rivers continue to be low. However, we could see flash flooding with each severe storm event. Things to look for in March. The red maple trees begin to bloom. Ticks start to appear, and the purple martins arrive. That is a solid sign of the spring season.
That sounds like a good month.
March. I think it's going to be a very interesting month.
I like it.
If it pans out the way I think, I think a lot of people guys go, oh, that's it. Winter's over. We're in great shape, with the warmth the first 2 weeks. And then it's going to be like a little slap across the face.
Gotcha.
All right. April. Sunset, 7:24. Sunset by the end of the month, 7:52. Average, 68 and 47, high and low. Rainfall, 4.73. Average snowfall, 0.2. There you go. Easter's April 5th, by the way. Cold start to the month of April, kind of continuing what I'm expecting for the last half of March. A concern for opening day. Maybe let's think the first 7 days with the cold air coming in here. Then it's off to the races. Spring temperatures rise the rest of the month as the warmer flow takes control. So once we get past the 7th of April, I think we're going to jump into spring consistently. Temperatures will average out above average, possibly well above average, though I don't see any records. Pollen season will continue to roar. We'll have a little break the last 2 weeks of March, but then it will come back alive again. And the season should be extra long this spring. The first season is tree pollen, then the grass season in summer, and ragweed is in the fall. Rainfall will be near average. Let's remember, April is typically a very wet month for the St. Louis area. Thunderstorms, interesting. It's April. Obviously, we're going to have thunderstorms this April, thinking we will have our fair share of action. It's kind of a pushback with La Nina going away and going neutral. It kind of leads to a very chaotic atmosphere throughout North America. So I'm thinking it's going to be a rock and roll month. And that should average out to be 4 to 6 severe weather events, and that will be above average. It could really be an interesting April for thunderstorms. Flooding concerns should remain in check as far as the big rivers are concerned. Little rivers, obviously with flash flooding, we have to deal with that. Okay, things to look for in April. This is the big test one. Tent caterpillars start to appear. Hummingbirds start to come back to the area. Why are they called hummingbirds?
Janelle?
Because they don't know the words to the song.
There you go.
Right. You get an A+. I could see Rachel cringing there. Oh, man, what's the answer to this one?
Oh, no, I know that one.
You know that one.
She was just jealous she didn't get to answer.
I'm sorry.
She's like,
I thought it was just because they were supposed to be quiet.
Okay, Wheels, this one's for you.
Oh, boy.
How do you tell a dogwood tree?
Oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm not going to answer it now because she just said it.
She whispered it, though.
Yeah, say it for real.
Dave Murray's
He was
doing
not
the
paying
wheels.
attention.
I would never have thought of that
Dave's
because I
doing
was
the
like,
wheels what Trump did to the Democrats.
yeah, like, what?
Stand up and clap if you like
Stand up.
dogwood.
I will not be your dancing monkey.
Dang it, I did it.
I honestly brain farted and just didn't think of it. I was just like, I don't know.
The other thing to look for, robins and other birds start to build their nest in the month of April. There you go.
Again, not a bad month.
Not a bad month, but thunderstorms could be a real problem. May, sunset, 7:53 at the start, sunset at the end, 8:19. So clearly a lot of daylight by that point. The Mother's Day, May 10th, Memorial Day, May 25th. Major factors for the month of May. Month where 100% springtime, it really takes control, but it's also a month where we start to see a few shots of summer trying to muscle in. Month will average out with near normal temperatures, even a touch below, but that of course means a gradual increase in temperature day and night as we go through the month, with a shot of very warm temperatures over the last 7 days of the month. That brings us to the blackberry winter around 9, 10, 11, and 12th of May. I rarely turn my back on this. It's a typical cold snap that happens during that period. I don't think we have a major cold snap, but I think it will be a chilly 4 days or so, or 3 days. And it's called the blackberry because blackberry bushes start to bloom this time of year. Don't see any records, high or low. Rainfall, going out on a limb here. I'm thinking the month is dry. Signs it could be well below average with rainfall. That's great for large-scale flooding concerns. Not so great as we go into the hot, dry weather of summer as far as the farmland and gardeners are concerned. This month of May, there'll be severe weather. Always in May, there's severe weather, but this May looks like a downward trend in thunderstorm action. So really April being the key month, thinking 2 to 3 events that would be below average, along with the idea of rainfall below to well below average. However, again, severe weather events, we have to look out for locally heavy rain and possible flash flooding. Things to look for. In the month of May, watch for lightning bugs or fireflies. On warm evenings, the chigger season begins and runs through September, and coyote pups begin emerging from their den. As far as flooding is concerned, I'm not expecting any real big problems on the big rivers anytime during the spring. But again, flash flooding will always bring problems on the little rivers. There you go. There you have it.
That was a ride. Dave, where do people find it after the show?
It will be, I'll send it to Rachel. We're going to have it on the KMOX site. And then also on Facebook, just search Dave Murray's Weather, and it will be there with the latest pictures of the puppies.
We also have a question for you apropos of weather. Other than rain and lightning, does Major League Baseball stop for cold?
No. They only stop for things like the conditions that could lead to greater
So if it's
risk of
snowing so
injury.
much you can't play.
Yeah,
that's-
if you can't see, if you can't have footing, then they're going to shut it down.
But it can be 35
But if
degrees and
it's-
they're going.
Yeah. I've never known of a game canceled for cold.
It's
I don't.
kinda cool.
Maybe it's happened because I know that. Well, like for example, you'll see this in Colorado sometimes in April, where they'll be like they'll cancel a game because of extreme cold and the possibility of snow. And maybe sometimes the cold's the only thing, but very, very rare. And it would normally be because of the possibility of other things with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Dave, thanks for your hard work, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Dave.
You got it. Love to do it for you guys.
Let me tell you guys about Charles D'Angelo. You know what he does? He helps people to lose weight. He helps people to get in shape. He even gives you a good amount of wisdom along the way. Let me just impress upon you how much I get it. I was super in shape until Nick was born. Nick's mom gained 40 pounds. I gained 50. And for the first time in my life, I had to lose weight. And I regretted every not mean stuff, but just like not giving people enough credit. Like eat a salad, go do a push-up, right? And I immediately felt bad for all those things because it was really, really tough. Charles has a knack. He has a talent. He has information. He has experience over the past 20 years helping thousands and thousands of people meet their goals. So if you're the kind of person that you don't like looking in the mirror, you know that you probably need a bigger size in your jeans, but that would suck to go up to whatever the next size is. If you can't remember the last time you felt really good about yourself and your body, just reach out to Charles. Have one conversation with him, live or over Zoom. See what you think. But he has changed thousands of lives, and he could change yours as well. CharlesD'Angelo.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've still got our crashes out there. This traffic reports a service of the U.S. Air Force Band of Mid-America free concerts. We still have that right lane closed northbound 55 north of A by the crash. Only left lane's open. Traffic's jammed solid north of 67. We still have the crash eastbound 70 east of 141. It looks like only the right lane's open now. It's a solid jam between 94 and 5th Street. Northbound 270 starting to bog down north of right at Dorset, really. Southbound, the right lanes are backed up at the Rock Road. And westbound 70 has heavy stuff from Kings Highway to Jennings Station, and it's slow from 170, jammed before you get to 270 out past that eastbound crash scene. Westbound 64, Kings Highway all the way to Hanley is pretty heavy. Slow at Winghaven, jammed 364 most of the way to Prospect due to an earlier crash. Southbound 270, the bulk of the volume is 64 to Doherty Ferry and right around Tesson Ferry. If you're on Highway 70 eastbound, it's backed up east of Salisbury, over onto 44 at the Poplar because of a recent incident. Eastbound 64, 157 midway to 159, you've got delays. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Don't miss the U.S. Air Force's Shades of Blue Jazz Ensemble, February 25th through March 4th. Enjoy big band swing, patriotic favorites, and more. Get free tickets and locations at afbandtix.org. That's afbandtix.org.
St. Louis, get ready. One of the most powerful voices in country music is coming to the Dome at America Center on March 7th. Zach Bryan, live in concert.
It'll be fun about those clouds, I'm telling you, baby.
With the songs you know by heart.
You can see now.
One night, one stage, an unforgettable night of raw, honest music. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. For more information, KMOX.com/events.
It's Tom Ackerman for Ophthalmology Associates, the doctor's doctors, 314-966-5000 or online at youridoc.com.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 442 Unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse, Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
For all station contest rules, go to KMOX.com/rules.
Welcome back, DGS 352. Happy Thursday. Janelle still hanging out with us. Want some fun facts?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
A nun in New York City shielded a toddler from a falling tree during the big storm. She covered him with her body, and a large tree fell right next to them but missed them.
Woof.
He better grow up to be something.
Yeah.
Good for her, though.
Yeah. It's
Love
a good
it.
nun.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly. I don't know that I ever met any that weren't good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. She was.
I
My
mean, I
ninth
know
grade,
that we.
she was my ninth grade algebra teacher.
Oh man, like we were mean to the nuns when we were kids, but we were jerks. I don't think it was the nuns' fault.
A horse in Virginia is now a world record holder for oldest horse in the world. Her name is Fancy, and she'll be 38 in a few weeks.
Fancy.
The oldest horse ever lived to be 62.
Ooh.
Guinness says the age was reliably recorded, but it was in 1822, so we're not exactly sure. So,
Yikes.
You ever been around horses much?
Not
much.
A
The few times
time.
though, it's always fun.
My very
They're cool.
first job ever was grooming horses. The people across the field from us had them, and they are terrifying beasts. I'm just going to tell you that.
They're so neat.
Yeah.
They're so majestic.
I get why people are into them, but I had a complicated relationship. In case anyone's planning on opening an OnlyFans, the average creator earns $58,000 a year.
The average
Right, but
creator.
what's the mean?
I don't know.
Because the top end would be in the millions, which means most people are probably making $100 a month.
Bingo.
Yes.
Thank you, Wheels.
It's kind of like, so seriously, it's like when you do the salaries of like Major League Baseball players. Well, the average is $7 million, but it's something like 60% of the league works for like less than $1 million.
Right.
You know, it's because some
700,000.
people make 70 million that brings that average up.
An all-female spacewalk planned in 2019 had to be canceled because NASA did not have 2 spacesuits that fit 2 women. So instead, they sent 1 woman and 1 man. So we only have 1 spacesuit that fits a woman.
What?
I know, that didn't make any sense.
See, this is why Katy Perry needed to go to space. Everyone gave her a hard time, but she was helping.
Guess the year. When did women start shaving their armpits? Or the decade?
70s.
Okay.
63.
Okay.
Is this gonna be one of those weird ones where it's like 1810 in France?
That wouldn't be that weird.
I'm gonna go with the 1810s.
I'm going to say the geez, I don't know. 80s?
1910s.
Oh, 10s.
Up until then, it was, if you shaved your pits, people were like, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you trying to do?
Oh, I think it goes along with deodorant.
Oh. Makes sense.
Dave, will you tell me about E3 consultants?
Dave's like, looking for more fun facts. Rachel's like, no more fun.
And it's over.
Fun time is over.
Fun financial facts. My buddy John Moriarty is the founder of E3 Wealth, and he's a financial planner. He's a business coach. I don't know whether you can say he's a tax expert or not. I don't know like the rules of what he does, but he is certainly very, very good at helping business owners and entrepreneurs avoid taxes. So if you say, Dave, I'm not an entrepreneur, I don't own my own business, but I would love some help from a financial planner,